Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon, good morning, or good evening, wherever you are in the world right now. Yeah, 1900 in Villa Maria, Cordoba, in Argentina, a wonderful city just on the north west of Buenos Aires, a city lying 137 kilometers southeast of the provincial capital of Cordoba, and on the left bank of the Tercero River, the third river near the geographical center of Argentina, and that is northwestern limits of the Pampas
Señoras y
Mountains.
señores,
And
muy buenas
what a place it
tardes.
is to
Bienvenidos
be
al
in
nuevo
Argentina,
salón de
an
los
area that
deportes
leads the
aquí en
country in the
Villa
production
María.
of milk and
La
a rich
propuesta es
agricultural area. We'll tell
inmejorable.
you a little
El
later.
mejor pádel
Our
internacional ha
on
venido a esta ciudad
court
esta semana
announcer
para jugar
about to announce
la
the
segunda
protagonists, the
fecha
warriors,
del
the
circuito
gladiators
A1
of the
Padel,
paddle court
en este
that
caso
are
el
about to get on
Córdoba
court for the
Open.
very first
Señoras y
semi-final of this
señores,
A1 paddle
instancia de
Cordoba
semifinales.
Open.
Dos partidos, dos que conformarán un sábado inolvidable, un sábado de superacción. Señoras y señores, presentamos el primero de los dos partidos.
Here
Vienen de
comes the
ganarle
on-court presenter with the
de
first
manera
introduction.
resonante a De Pascual y Pereira
Start
6-1 y
with
6-2.
the underdogs.
Señoras y señores, duro drive que venimos observando, el crédito abierto para este drive tradicional. 101 en el ranking, oriundo de España. Presentamos
Talking
al
about
señor
a traditional
José
drive player, right-hand-sided player, classy,
Solano.
durable, consistent, and hard-knocking. Jose Solano, hailing all the way from Spain. Jose Solano Marmolejo. And don't be fooled by that ranking, rated 101 on the A1 Paddle Global ranking. And don't be fooled by that. A recent and exciting addition to the A1 paddle ranks is Jose Solano, and only this year. So this is only his second tournament on the A1 paddle global circuit. We'll tell you a little bit more about what his achievements were so far a little later. Partnering, though, is no stranger to your screens. The number one player in Paraguay, the number 6 player on the A1 paddle global tour. That is Martin Abud Kuner. And what a prodigious talent this young man is. Only 22 years of age and already an ever presence in the final stages of A1 Paddle Global Tour tournaments. Really exciting, professional, well-conducted young man on and off the court. What a bundle of talent these two make up. And that's why they're here in the semi-final. These two exciting players. We'll tell you how they got there a little later. We'll tell you what they've been doing for the past year, what they've been doing so far this season. But before we do that, we're going to introduce you the challengers, and those challengers are the ever-present on the A1 Paddle Global Tour, moved up since last week, and an evergreen, 44 years of age is Adriantito Alemande. Who would guess? When you take a look at him, watch him play, ladies and gentlemen, and you will not believe this is a 44-year-old man on court. Just to give you an idea, all the way from New Chem, Argentina, at 44 years of age, consistent professional, a true role model for young players, and he's been teaming up with young players since his breakup of a partnership with Torito Aguirre in 2023. The entire 2024 spent mentoring young players, moving them up the rankings. We'll tell you about how that went in 2024 just now. But standing next to him, one of the great talents of world paddle. Write this name down. I keep saying this during my commentary. I'm obviously a big fan. Margoni, the giant of Pamplona, 1 meter 95, ranked number 7 now on the A1 Paddle Global Tour. He was in the late 30s in terms of ranking just in the latter part of 2024. He's now ranked number 7, and you're going to see why on your screens as this final goes underway. Tremendous player, a real big talent, and you're going to see lots of exciting play from him, and you're going to see exactly why the hopes of so many rest on his young shoulders and how much talent he carries on those limbs. Player that plays way beyond his years with a maturity that is of a seasoned professional. Players on court, they are going to do the customary team photograph with the umpire, match umpire. They will now toss and open those balls. Those balls in the umpire's hands are Knox Titaniums. Knox, the official ball provider for the A1 Padel Global Tour for the 2025 season, as they were in 2024. And great balls they are if you are playing socially or at a different level wherever you are in the world. I'm sure there are stockists around. Give them a try. They're durable, they bounce evenly, and they are great. Players will go through their regulatory 5-minute warm-up with those new balls. And while we speak of new balls, we are going to tell you that those new balls start now at the beginning of the game. They will get swapped out after 9 games, and once again every 11 subsequent to that. So game 20 and game 31. There's our matches for today. Goni and Alemande taking on Abud and Solano. And straight after that semi-final, we have Maxi Arce and Franco Del Bianco, the number 1 seeds, beaten finalists just on Sunday at the Tucumán Open, taking on the unseeded giant killer so far of the tournament, Massimo Maldonado and Luciano Pupo. We'll tell you about them later. Here we are. Is Jose Solano on screen, ranked 101 on the global tour. And as I said to you, there's a very good reason for that. A recent addition to the A1 Padel Global Ranking team onto the circuit, and already a quarterfinalist in his first tournament in Tucumán just last week. Now in the semifinals, natural progression and a perfect glove fit for the aggressive play of Martin Abud, a very solid drive player, and being teamed up by Martin Abud there on your screen. 22 years of age, ranked number 6, a very aggressive player. There's Zu Sanchez, a seasoned coach who will be on the bench of Jose Solano and Martin Abud. Very experienced coach, works a lot with the young players on the A1 Padel Global Tour. And you'll know that Jose Solano, of course, we just mentioned quarters and already semis, 2 tournaments. And then Martin Abud, no stranger. He had 4 semifinals in 2024, the Puebla Open, Asturias Open, the Sevilla Masters, and the Catalunya Open. He was also the winner of the Fabrice Pastor Cup in Monaco in 2023. So no stranger to success. And he is the still number 1 ranked player in Paraguay. A very international semi-final this. We have 2 Spanish players, a Paraguayan player and an Argentinian. A wonderful thing to see as the sport of paddle evolves throughout the world. There is the Gigante of Pamplona, the Giant of Pamplona, the number 3 seeded team taking on the number 8 seeded team. Borja Lopez, another super experienced coach. He'll be sitting on the bench with Goni and Alemande and guiding him through this match. Tito Alemande, of course, a coach in his own right, and you'll see him throughout the tournament talking to his partner and giving him some guidance and giving him some coaching. There was the sheriff of the day, umpire Ezequiel Greco, who has tremendous experience on the Argentine circuit and will be officiating for the A1 Padel Tour. And he will be keeping the peace and making sure these gentlemen are playing to the rules, also handling all video reviews and exciting technology. The A1 Padel adopted in 2024, in fact late 2023, the first international tour to adopt video reviews, and they are now in full use and very much to the players' liking. We are, of course, look at this beautiful surroundings here. We are at the Nuevo Salón de los Deportes de Villanueva. That is the Hall of Sports in Villa Maria, here in Villa Maria in Cordoba. And our hosts have been the very incredible we lost track of who our hosts were. But our hosts, of course, were the Villa Libre Padel Center, and they hosted all the pre-qualifiers. Remember, this tournament starting on the 6th of March, 72 teams. That was whittled down by the 10th of March to a main board of 32 teams. And now we are down to the last four. Today, the 15th of March. By tomorrow, there'll be only two teams, and they'll be all fighting out for the large chunk of the 156,000 US dollar prize pool. And that is right here in Cordoba. Cordoba, as I told you, a real big center, a very rich agricultural land, largest producers of milk in Argentina, and it's also the third largest city, Villa Maria, in the province of Cordoba. And lots of dairies, cement factories, canneries, textiles, and flour mills located in the city of Villa Maria. A lot of livestock, and also, interestingly, a military gunpowder and explosives factories very nearby. Villa Maria is also linked by railroad and highway to both Cordoba and to Buenos Aires, the national capital. Only 80,000 people were living here around 2001. That increased to by almost 10,000 people by 2010, and it's now estimated to be over 100,000 residents here in Villa Maria. Of course, and yet they've produced so many famous people, including very famous footballers, Armadeo Sabatini, Juan Cruz Gil, Sebastian Bruco, the inimitable Franco Yara, Albano Bizzarri, and Marco Rosales, an Olympic gold medal winner with Argentina at the 2004 Olympics. And then the very, very beautiful and super intelligent Magali Romitelli was Miss Argentina in 2006 and represented Argentina at the Miss World. Those are notable people. Even more notable are those two gentlemen on the bench there, Martin Abud and Jose Solano, who are talking to their coach, Zeus Sanchez, and will be plotting how to continue their rise in this tournament. This is how those two, Goni and Alemande, got to the semi-final. Only one three-setter in the mix there, they took over Marquez and Mana, 6-2, 6-2 in the round of 32. Then the Astorecana Cherry, also 6-2 and 6-3, very convincing. And then a double 6-4 over Santiago Rola and Facundo Lopez in the quarterfinals. Very emphatic 3-2 setters, whereas Martin Abud and Jose Solana have been equally impressive. 6-1, 6-2 over Hernando and Mazaneke in the first round. Then Noe Navarro and Rodriguez Lopez being dispatched 6-4 and 6-3. And a real big win yesterday, just slapping to the side the winners of the Tucumán Open, Ramiro Pereira and Juan Di Pascual, and the number 2 seeds for this tournament. 6-1 and 6-2. You can't get more impressive than that. Umpire Greco has called on time. Players have gotten underway. Tito Alemande is serving. First point is gone the way of Abud and Solano, and it's love 15 as Alemande goes cross court to the bandeja to the feet of Solano. 15 all is the scoreline. Martin Abud there trying to lift that off the glass, ball dipping very rapidly, not quite getting over the net. 30-15. If you've just joined us now, my name is Paulo de Carmo, and right here from Cordoba, Villa Maria, in the northwest of Argentina, or central northwest of Argentina, let's rather put that. And on your screen is the first semi-final of this A1 Padel Cordoba Open. In the all-white is Tito Alemande and Aymar Goni. In the all-black are Martin Abud and Juan Solano. The vibra there from Martin Abud. Remember yesterday in the quarterfinals, they started very aggressively, very fast. Found the number 2 seeds, De Pascual and Pereira, almost shell-shocked at one stage. The first set was going to a 6-love scoreline, and Ramiro Pereira and Pascual managed to claw one back to 6-1. And then the second set, really, after an early fight back by Pascual and Ramiro Pereira, they took command and became a 6-2. So 6-1 and 6-2. Not often you see that at this level, and certainly not at quarterfinal stage. But here we are, and these two players have got a lot of talent, a lot of guile. They feel confident. Preseason was really good. Jose Solano, in an interview earlier today, talking about how well the preseason went and how the chemistry between him and Martin Abud has blossomed practice by practice, game by game. Tito Lemande and I will be having none of that in those commentaries. Score is 30 all, and already a dispute there. 40-30, Tito Lemande says. Martin Abud not happy with something going on court. Seems to be resolved amongst the players. 40-30, Alemande going to Abud. Goes down the line, there's Abud. Alemande recovers well. Ball was skimming the glass. He very neatly got that one back. Into the air goes Alemande, moves fast. The hard hit there from Abud. Well defended. And this time Amargoni goes with a vibra into the corner. Not able to get it over the net. First blood, Alemande Goni. 1-0. Players will switch around pretty quickly. Not too much energy being exerted in this first game. So players will get a quick turnaround, just a drying of the handles with the towels, and they'll be back on court. Let's talk about Aymar Goni and Tito Alemande. They've only played 4 tournaments together. Remember, they teamed up in late 2024. And in all 4 of those tournaments, they've each and every time been ever present in the semifinals. And that in pattern with what Tito Alemande has been achieving throughout 2024 and now in 2025. So together as a partnership, 4 tournaments, 4 semifinals. Incidentally, 2 finals, or 2 of those semifinals led to finals. They're yet to win a tournament together, but they've been in 2 finals and 4 semifinals. On an individual basis, let's not forget Aymar Goni was a winner of the Fabrice Pastor Cup in Monaco in 2024, the exact tournament that Martin Abud won as a young player in 2023. For those of you not familiar with the Fabrice Pastor Cup, they are equivalent to the 1,000 tournaments, and where the top rated players, top 20 rated players, are not allowed to enter the tournament, and this helps for young players to progress up the ranking. Great tournaments, great development tournaments. Oh, Aymar Goni with a jump, saving the ball, knocks it into the corner. Take a bow, ladies and gentlemen. Aymar Goni, doff your hat, look at that, walks across the net, just taps it into the corner. No response there from Solano. 30-15 is the scoreline. Tito Alemande will be pleased to see Aymar Goni moving across the net with such confidence. Aymar Goni, young man, tends to be a little bit prone to errors and to lack of consistency. So Tito Alemande will be very pleased to see what he's seeing. 30 all is the scoreline. We're talking about performance. Tito Alemande, what a season he had in 2024. 2023, played with Torito Aguirre. 2024, played with a host of partners. The majority of it was Ramiro Pereira, who is now one of the top 5 players on the ranking. But when he joined the partnership with Tito Alemande, was ranked 36 on the global ranking. And they played Tito Alemande, both with Ramiro Pereira and his other partners, as well as the last 2 tournaments of the season with Aymar Goni. Played 14 tournaments, and only 2 of those he didn't reach a semi-final. He reached 5 finals. He didn't win any of them, but he reached 5 finals. And in 2025, he's already on his 2nd semi-final. He'll want to change that in 2025. He'll want to, in the twilight of his career, get through to another final. He'll want to win one of these tournaments. What a player he is. We said it before, consistent professional on and off the court, and a role model to young players around the world is Tito Alemande, a living legend in the world of padel, and how privileged we are to see him on the A1 Padel Global circuit. You can see there that ball just dipped there. There has been a call for a video review, and umpire Ezequiel Grego is busy reviewing that with the help of our production staff and the video review team, which will give him the footage necessary to make the right decision. We'll be able to see the replay as you saw there. Looks pretty tight to us here from the commentary box. It looks inconclusive. So it seems that there's going to be a replay of the point. And Jose Solano will serve 40-30 to Amargoni. Umpire Ezequiel Grego is determined for a replay of the point. Goni trying to get over the head of Martin Aboud. This time he goes wide, tries to get over the head of Amargoni. Doesn't quite get the lift. Amargoni also tries the flick back. Doesn't quite get it right. Solano defends well. Interesting conditions of play here. Very different to what we experienced just last week in Tucumán. Exchanges there from Tito Alemande and Martin Aboud. Power down, Martin Aboud. And the block there from Tito Alemande straight into the back. One game apiece. Talking about conditions, very, very important. Although this is an indoor facility, 23 degrees is the temperature just outside this Salón de Deportes de Villa Maria. And there is a little bit of wind, but there's no precipitation. There is 60% humidity, and the altitude is 196 meters. Now, how does that differ from Tucumán, where the ball was bouncing? Players were being careful not to overlob. There were a lot of unforced errors, and smashes were certainly going por cuatro on a very regular basis, particularly those wrist flicks at the net. And the difference is Tucumán, 396 meters in the air in terms of altitude, and Villa Maria, Cordoba, only 186. And you'll see a lot of these smashes, a lot of the kicks, a lot of the flicks are not getting the desired kick coming off that glass. There you see some powering down from Amargoni as he slaps that one down across at the net. So we're going to see a lot more strategic play, a lot more point building, a lot longer points than what you would normally see. We are going to see a lower number of portres, kick smashes out of court. And of course, if the commentator's curse will come into play, we might just see one straight away. But we don't think so. We're going to see a lot less of those during this match. And we're going to see as well a lot more fatigue from the players with the heat and the humidity in this indoor facility. Let's see how it unfolds. See Amargoni there looking fence. There's Jose Solano making a lot of unforced errors, going down the side, looking for the parallel. The ball just shaving the side of the fence. And it's 2-1 lead Alemande and Goni in this first set. We are going to take a brief commercial break and we'll be right back.
Not everyone plays here.
And we're back. We saw a brief commercial over there. Adam our advertisers showing off their wonderful wares. And while we do that, I'm going to remind you that you should, to keep up with what's going on in the A1 Paddle Global Circuit, visit our social media outlets, whatever your preference is: Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, Facebook, or LinkedIn, even our YouTube channel, where you can listen to commentary and broadcasts in English and in Spanish. Make sure to look for A1 Paddle Global or A1 Paddle Official. Make sure you like, subscribe, befriend, link, or connect, whatever is the applicable for your preferred social media usage, and make sure you get all our updates. Alternatively, you can just go on to www.a1paddleglobal.com, where you'll be kept up with all the goings on of the A1 Paddle Tour. What is really going on is Martin Abud is serving, and they trail 1-2 down in this first set of the first semi-final. Cordoba Open, Villa Maria. Change of pace there. Tito Alemande defending for all he's worth. Beautiful swivel return there from Martin Abud. Alemande trying to get over the head of Solano. Solano goes with the bandeja to the feet of Alemande, and that goes into the net. 15 love. Beautiful, beautiful play there by Jose Solano, just taking the pace off that ball, angling it short. No chance of Tito Alemande getting anywhere near it. 30 love. Abud looking for the fence with the ruler there, not getting the desired awkward bounce. A little unfortunate there. Amargoni just clips the top end of the net there. 40 love. No breaks thus far, no break opportunities, no golden points. Very, very tight, very, very even. And there's a drop shot from Martin Abud. Whoa, 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 whoa. A little cheeky there. Drop shot to Tito Alemande. And look at that. Perfectly executed. No answer from either Alemande or Goni. Alemande will be making a note in his memory bank of that one. Two games all. Tito Alemande to serve to Jose Solano. There's the bajada straight down the middle there with power from Alemande. And Abud reaches out, just edges it sideways. 15 love. Beautiful finish there. Amargoni finds the gap between Solano and Abud. Hard and low. See, there's that forehand volley straight down the gap. Goes for the big hit. Does Amargoni. Doesn't get enough kick. We spoke about this earlier on. Goes for the big hit. Doesn't get the kick. Ball staying low. And Martin Abud well positioned at the net to power downside. As you can see, this time he's looking for the side. And he gets enough on it with power to clear the 4-meter fence. 30-15. This time, the power is from Amargoni. 40-15. Well executed there, Amargoni. No chance, Jose Solano. Some taka-taka at the net there. Solano, excellent defense. Bajada down the middle. There goes the power again from Amargoni. Changes direction. Martin Abud flat-footed. And that is 3-2. We're going to go listen to what the benches have to say. And when we're back, we're going to see Martin Abud on serve.
pero tan profundo me refiero.
Vale.
Y el tío ahí la hace bien.
Vale, entonces hay dos opciones. O se la juego un poquito más a ti, o escúchame, o me lo traigo un poco, a Adri y después lo saco. ¿Quieres cambiar? ¿Tienes como la lote para que empiece a ir Goñi un poquito por aquí?
Y además,
¿vale?
si tiras el lobo ahí, es la misma, tú tienes que subirte.
Claro.
Si va Goñi, le pegas un paso y le bloqueas, y si va Tito, va a ir más incómodo aquí.
Es que la habéis hecho una vez. Me digo a que se vaya.
Si quieres tirar el globo a José y esperar, porque no le entierro la pelota.
Pero sí, una sola vez.
Pero lo hemos tirado solo ese globo.
No, hubo otras que pegó plano,
Sí,
tuve que
bueno,
tocar así.
que él tiró así, me refiero. De las únicas que he tirado así, le has subido esa que yo creo que le esperas y te queda aquí, por eso te lo digo.
Sí, esa jugada no es mala. Hubo una que ganamos el punto con un globo largo ahí, que este fue. No lo ganamos, pero le tapaste y te quedó la cinta.
Llegas de sobra el remate rápido de José Cruzado, ¿eh?
Sí.
Solo estar atento, llegas de
mejor
sobra.
que luego mío.
Aparte, aunque avances un poquito, como no tiene tampoco una
Igual,
corriente
muchas veces.
que te muera detrás.
Creo que fue lo más peligroso que han hecho por arriba.
Sí.
Sí. Luego, si van a la altura del pico, cualquiera de los dos, bueno.
Ubicarse, por favor, gracias. Ubicarse sus asientos, gracias. Por favor, ubicarse en las gradas. Ubicarse por favor.
And there we have, back on court, umpire Ezekiel Gregor asking the crowd to settle down. And I can tell you what a crowd it is. It is a full house of people. And just prior, 10 minutes before the semifinal started at 1900, there was still a queue of people at the ticket office outside trying to get in through the access gates. And what a pleasure it is to see how enthusiastic the Argentinian public is towards Padel and towards the A1 Padel Global Tour. Full houses in Tucumán just last week, and a full house here in Villa Maria, Cordoba once again. And this for the semifinals. We expect an even fuller house, if that's at all possible, for tomorrow's finals. But we'd certainly have a full house today. Lots of spectacle, yeah. Curious happening yesterday. Aymar Goni in the quarterfinals with Facundo Lopez and Santiago Rolla, with one of the glass panels just behind him. We're exactly more or less where Jose Solana is standing right now. Glass number 2 on the right-hand side, on the far side of your screen, breaking and coming apart. Aymar Goni no worse for wear. He was a meter away from the glass. After he had hit the glass imploded. But both the maintenance team and the medical team immediately on response. No harm done to Aymar Goni. Glass was replaced in real double quick time, and a match resumed. And that was the quarterfinal that Goni and Alemande progressed through very, very convincingly, 6-4 and 6-4 against Santiago Rolla and Facundo Lopez just yesterday. High into the air goes Tito Alemande. And Abud responds with a bandeja down the middle. And great attack, positional move there from Aymar Goni. Moves to the net, gets in behind. Watch here, he goes for the Solano, blocks the bajada through the gap. Abud uses the glass to return. It's left short, holds the position, a flick into the ground, por cuatro, out of court, puntaco, Aymar Goni, banga, banga. 30-15 is the scoreline, or 15-30 rather. High in the air goes Alemande again. Solana again with the bajada, again well blocked. Goni, this time goes the power. Goni says, don't change direction, I'm chasing it. He walks across the court, into the ground, out of the court, second in a row. Aymar Goni. Goni. Look at that. Second block. There's the power. Second, anticipates well into the ground. See, catch this one on row 13 is what Aymar Goni says to Jose Solano. And the score is 15-43. Break opportunities here for Alemande and Solano. A power there from Solano. Well defended. This is certainly becoming a humdinger of a match. More power there from Alemande. Finds the corner And Martin Abud has no response. The break is on, ladies and gentlemen. The score is 4-2. And this was the early break that Alemande would have wanted. 4-2. Goni on serve, looking to press this advantage in this first set. And let me tell you, if you have just joined us, that scoreline doesn't reflect the fight. The fight has been tremendous. It has been even. But the intelligence and deft decisiveness of Aymar Goni has been the deciding factor. There he goes again at Jose Solano. The Chiquita to the feet. Solano can't get the ball to lift over the net. 15-love is that scoreline. Very, very interesting duel, this one here, between Aymar Goni and Sola. And there he goes again. He leaves that one short. They will learn eventually, hopefully not too late. If you leave those returns short at the net for Aymar Goni, he's going to punish them. He's going to punish them with power and with resolve. There he goes, straight to the body of Martin Abud. Immediately hand up an apology. It is part of the game. It's not intended maliciousness. And of course, leaves players no worse for wear, not always painful or as painful as it looks. Alemande there with a wild swing into the glass, 30-15. Goni looks for the power around. Well defended Alemande once, twice. This time allows the ball to go over his head. There's the bajada this time from Abud. And look at that deft return there from Alemande. Unfortunately, overcarrying, going straight into the back glass. 30-all is the scoreline. See, here's the bajada from... Oh, we lost that one. But it was a beautiful bajada from Abud. And the return, equally well done, but just a little bit too much rise on it, and the ball overcarried into the glass. 30-all, Goni to Solano. Go slightly closer to the tee. And here goes the lob. Looks for the double wall. Both. As we said, it's left short again by Solano, and Aymar Goni says, thank you very much. Playing with strong aggression is Aymar Goni, decisive aggression. And boy, oh boy, is he decisive. There's the second double wall return. Solano lifts it, keeps it low above the net, but Aymar Goni perfectly in position into the ground, out of the court. We spoke about Fabrice Pastor Cups. We spoke about that both Aymar Goni and Martin Abud have won a Fabrice Pastor Cup, both of them in Monaco in different years. And you can see there on Aymar Goni's shirt a big advertising print of the Fabrice Pastor Cup. Of course, one of the evergreen sponsors on the A1 Padel Tour, Monte Carlo International Sports. And the game goes the way of Goni and Alemande, 5-2. We're going to go to a brief commercial break. We'll be back shortly after these highlights. And we are back, and there was a beautiful advert for what is coming next, and what a tournament is next on our calendar here at the A1 Padel Global Tour. Next is France Grandmasters in Beausoleil, just next to Monaco, southern France, 21st to the 30th of March. The best players in the world, an extended main draw board, and what a thrill. 10 days of incredible paddle, champagne paddle, and the best that you can see around the world, the world's best players fighting it out for the first Grandmaster event of the year. And how early in the season is that? The third event on the A1 Padel Global Tour calendar, and it is a Grandmasters. How exciting is that for us as spectators? Martin Abud, ball in hand, 2-5 down in this first set. He'll be wondering, how did we get here so quickly? They've been on top of it, him and Solano, yet they find themselves down. The break came at the worst possible time. And immediately they allowed the pressure to be put on. And there's Amargoni once again picking up that low, soft return from Jose Solano and punishing it emphatically. Love 15. That has certainly categorized this first set. Jose Solano returning short, and Amargoni punishing with power and pace. Martin Abud, look at that beautiful bajada off the corner there, hard and low. Amargoni only able to block into the net, 15 all. There's Amargoni at the net. This time it doesn't quite work out. He doesn't manage to fix the finish. And Martin Abud with a block into the open space that Amargoni has left blank. And you saw the nod of the head there from Tito Alemande. He wasn't happy with that. Yes, it's worked so far, but it didn't work then. A little fortuitous there, the return from Martin Abud into the net. 30 all. Perhaps Alemande thought that was an unnecessary risk at this stage of the game. Wears his heart on his sleeve, does Tito Alemande. Immediately showed his displeasure. 30-40. 2 break opportunities here on offer for not just a break, for the finalization of this first set. Here for Goni and Alemande. That lob there from Goni, just clipping the underside of the glass. And we have our first golden point. And if you're unfamiliar with golden point and you've just joined us, 40 all, a juice. The A1 Padel Global Tour has adopted the golden point rule. And the golden point is a sudden death point, with the receiving team electing the player to receive this. The first and only golden point going the way of Martin Abud as he powers to Goni at the net. And he's unable to retrieve it. 5-3, Tito Alemande to serve. He'll be feeling confident he can hold serve and serve this first set up. While we speak of golden points, it'll be remiss to me not to tell you about the match format. So it'll be best of 3 sets with golden points played at deuce and standard tiebreakers at 6 all in terms of games. That standard tiebreaker, first to 7, win by 2. As we say that, Amargoni doesn't go by 2, goes by 4. Once again, Solano with a weak return at the net, and Amargoni in perfect position to slap it into the ground and over the 4-meter fence out of the court. If you're English speaking, which is probably the reason you're listening to my commentary in English, you'll know por cuatro is by 4, that 4-meter glass fence at the back. And when the ball goes over that, it's commonly known as a por cuatro, a by 4 shot. When the ball kicks to the side, goes over the 3-meter wall, that is a por tres, and we like to call those kick smashes. Like that one was supposed to be. It didn't quite get the kick. Abud returns it, tries the same thing, doesn't quite get it. Goni defends it. Point builds up. And this time Abud attempts the cheeky drop shot. Alemande in full flight, but the ball doesn't quite clear the net. See there, that ball didn't clear. It hit the side of the fence. We didn't get to see the attempted drop shot, which was, by all purposes, a clever idea, but it didn't succeed. Score is 40-love though. There's that double wall. There's that short return from Solano. And there's that same emphatic finish from Aymar Goni, who runs out of court. Chest bumps Borja Lopez. First set in the bag, 6-3 for Aymar Goni and Tito Alemande. When we come back, the second set of this first semi-final, A1 Padel, Cordoba Open.
¿Quién lo define? ¡Grítelo! ¡Párese, Cruz! ¡Grítelo! ¡Grítelo! ¡Puntazo, amigos!
And we have a great internal view of this arena, and the crowd full. There's our set summary. 29 points won for Goni and Alemande versus 18 of Abud and Solano. Unforced errors count, surprisingly, only 6 apiece. 39 minutes, and there is the 23 winners for Goni and Alemande versus 10 of Abud and Solano. The numbers don't lie. First set, the way of Goni and Alemande, 6-3. That's 9 on the board, and they'll come back for the second set and start it with brand new balls. Those balls, if you need reminding, are Knox Titaniums. Knox, the official ball provider of the A1 Padel Global Tour for 2025, as they were in 2024. Jose Solano is taking us away in the second set. And not only does he take us away, he goes a little too hard there, straight into the back glass. Love 15 in the second set. We speak about Knox as the official ball provider. It would be remiss not to talk about the rest of our sponsors. Of course, Monte Carlo International Sports, who's not just a sponsor and patron of the A1 Padel Global Tour, but also a great support of so many of the young players on this tour. And, of course, big participators in what is known as the Fabrice Pastor Cup. Monte Carlo International Sports president, the founder of the A1 Padel Global Tour, Mr. Fabrice Pastor, and we thank you for all you do for the sport of paddle worldwide. And back to those sponsors, Paddle Tech Courts, which are paddle courts built for a new era of paddle. That beautiful red court on your screens, a Paddle Tech Court development, full of little new innovative features. And you should check out their website if you're looking to invest in paddle courts. Joma Paddle, one of our technical partners, or Joma Paddle, depending which way you pronounce it. Adidas and Lock, 2 new partners for the A1 Padel Global Tour for 2025. View Travel World, and as mentioned, Knox. These are our global sponsors. Margoni off the glass. There's the big hit there from Solano. This time he sends Alemande backwards. And that lift unfortunately carries too much into the side fence. Or does it? It doesn't. It's actually a great point. The ball just bounces just before the fence, and the score is 40-15. No video review needed. Just your commentator paying attention, which he wasn't. And this time, Amargoni mistimes that Bandeja, goes for a little bit more power, straight into the glass. And that's the first game of the second set, going the way of Abud and Solano. 1-0 on the board. Players will switch around really quickly. You see they're not even sitting down there. Coach Borja Lopez waving his hands in disapproval at that wild shot there from Amargoni. And they'll get back on court pretty quickly. If you've just joined us, my name is Paulo de Coma. I'm commentating in English here on the YouTube channel of the A1 Padel Global Tour. And you can just click a like and subscribe so you can we know you are there. You can also pass some comments on the comments board. Tell us who you think is going to win this tournament. And if you feel like watching it in somewhere else, our media partners, Disney Plus, ESPN, DAZN, Mediaset España, TV Monaco, La Liga Plus, or Marca, also broadcasting in Spanish. Of course, the YouTube channel has Spanish commentary as well. And you can also log on to www.a1padel.com and click on the streaming link, and you'll be able to watch this fantastic semi-final now, as well as this forthcoming second semi-final. Goni going deep there. Fakes the hard, powerful shot towards Abud. Doesn't catch him unawares though. Abud very attentive. A little bit of confusion there between Alimande and Goni. Wonderful change of pace there by Martin Abud. Goni able to defend. See, Martin Abud and Jose Solano have changed positions here on the court. Oh, a slip there from Martin Abud. And ball falls a little short. Aymar Goni goes hard and deep. Ball straight back to his side of the court. A little unfortunate there from Martin Abud. He may have defended that. He just falls down. And it just loses his rhythm. A little slip there. These young players are truly the future, not just of the A1 Padel Global Tour, but of Padel worldwide. What talent, Martin Abud, Aymar Goni, 22 years of age, 19 years of age. Really tremendous stuff. And Jose Solano, young as well, 24 years of age. Aymar Goni with power, straight into the glass again. Second one that is overcooked. He's been decisive at the net, but these ones from far behind are not exactly doing him any favors. That serve was long, called long by umpire Ezequiel Greco. 30-15. This time that Bandeja Tito Alemande looks for a little bit more angle, try and get the ball to go into the fence rather than into the glass, and stays a little too short, clips the top end of the net. 30 all. Goni down the middle. Solano returns the favor. Slightly overheat. You see that he raises his hands in frustration. He's had 5-6 of those already. It's not like he's not used to the conditions. He's been playing all week. Just timing slightly off. Disappointed with himself. Alemande goes down the middle, try and change the angle. And this time, once again, Solano with that block, ball flying straight into the back glass, and it is game for Alemande and Goni. One game apiece. See Alemande pleased with himself. Solano not so. You can see the frustrated look on his face. Abud will now serve. Still very tight. No break as yet in the second set. Off his feet there, from under his legs, is Alemande. With power from Alemande down the parallel, Abud equal to the task. Cross quarter there from Solano. And there's the angle from Aymar Goni. Abud moving in the wrong direction, stretches deep. Can't get the ball over. You can see here, watch here, we didn't get to quite see it. Aymar Goni, there we go. Just changes the angle, forces Martin Abud to his left. And just a little bit too far on the reach. Love 15. Solano attempts to finish there at the net. Aymar Goni able to get to it, but overhit into the glass, 15 all. I think we're going to start seeing Jose Solano being a little bit more aggressive like that at the net. He has been on the defensive side, and he's allowed Aymar Goni to punish him time and time again. He's been moving a lot closer in the last few points, and I think he's going to be looking to move a lot closer as this game evolves. Trying to move from defensive to attacking aggressive position. 30-15. Abud will serve to Goni. There's the big hit there from Solano, again being aggressive at the net. The gancho, the hook shot, straight at Alemande. Couldn't really do too much with it. And this time, Martin Abud does get the ball to kick out. Just. And not as effectively as he'd like. You can see he looks for the corner. There's the weak return from Alemande. Goes for the kick, and it just hangs in the air and creeps out the side of the court. What a beautiful racket that is. The Addy Power A1 Padel Eddie Power, a specifically designed racket by one of the A1 Padel Global Tour partners for 2025, Adidas, designing the very popular Eddie Power in A1 Padel colors and a unique design, and that wonderful racket available at the A1 Padel shop. And if you can visit the physical shop in Seville, if you're anywhere near in Spain and anywhere near Seville, please feel free to go there. It is a state-of-the-art, world-class, one-of-its-kind retail outlet selling all things paddle, all things A1 Padel, and all things A1 Padel partners. And you should visit it if you have the opportunity. If not, you can log on to www.a1paddleshop.com and you can make your purchases there with worldwide delivery, and you can buy some of that beautiful A1 Padel merchandise. Margoni agrees. You can buy that shirt he's wearing in that store as he powers down straight at Margoni. He's apologizing for it. It was an emphatic hit. You wouldn't like to be on the receiving end of a big hit like that from Margoni with all 195, 1 meter 95, close to 100 kilos in weight, plus those big long arms, pendulum swinging with power at you. Not something you want to be on the receiving end. 30-15 is the scoreline. It's just gone 40-15. Upward, trying to get Alemande mobile. And the change of direction there. The hook shot from Alemande causes the block from Abud into the net. And the score goes 2-2. Jose Solano to serve. This is where the break happened in the first set. At exactly this point, 2-2 was the scoreline. Jose Solano was the man on serve. Are we going to see a repeat? Or is Jose Solano going to hold his serve and keep the fight going for a little longer in the second set? The first serve goes into the net. He gets a second chance. A little softer, a little closer to the tee. Alemande goes to Abud. Abud, Alemande, Abud, Alemande, Solano, Goni. And what a finish there. Aymar Goni. Goni. This young man has talent to boot. It overflows with every stroke. As time goes by and becomes more and more consistent, we're going to see Aymar Goni dominate pretty soon on this A1 Padel Global Circuit. We're going to see him dominating in the world of paddle. Very exciting talent. This time it's Tito Alemande who's aggressive. He doesn't get the kick. Martin Abud says, you can do it. I can do it. Into the ground, out of court por cuatro. Banga. There we go. The swivel, the backhand return. Look at that. Martin Abud. Boom, taco, banga. 15 all. Solano to Alemande. A little bit more power that Solano put into that one, and Alemande turns, sees it, but body completely out of position there. You can see there is just awkward to try and return that. 30-15. That return there from Aymar Goni a little too long. 40-15. Whoa. And as Aymar Goni goes for the finish there, goes into the net, he walks straight out of court. Jose Solano succeeds in not having a repeat of the first set, holds his serve, holds it well, and we're going to go and listen to what the coaches have to say. We'll be back at 2-3.
pongas así medio.
Fisio, esto es fisio. No puedo jugar.
Vamos a quitarse el alemán, tío. Hacerme caso. Solo a Goñi por arriba. Confía en mí. En la víbora de Goñi.
Sí, pero hay que conseguirlo alto.
Hay que conseguirlo alto.
Que como no consigamos lo alto, se tiran unas piedras.
No fuma. Entonces, hay un peloteo previo, cortito, es más cómodo. La bola de Tito nos viene siempre de bola un poquito más cómodo. Vamos a tirarle a Goñi. Búscalo.
Escucha, te digo una cosa.
Búscalo tú.
Hacemos un break y
Hombre,
ponemos
estamos
arriba.
aquí, ¿eh? Entonces, escuchame una cosa. Vamos a soltar un poquito.
Sí, al final hay que conseguir enganchar 2 o 3 puntos seguidos los dos. Vamos a bajar.
Ahora, es muy importante, por favor, que en cuanto encontremos ese globito por Goñi o nos dé esa salida de Goñi, valoramos esa bola, la valoramos y somos valientes. Pega lateral fondo la de Goñi, la valoro y la tiro.
The message from Coach Zeus Sanchez is clear and obvious. Tells his charges, Abud and Solano, you are allowing Tito Alemandi to be too comfortable. Make him uncomfortable. And do not lob short to Aymar Goni. Clear and obvious. And that needs to be the strategy going forward. It's certainly the instructions from Coach Zeus Sanchez to his charges, Abud and Solano. And boy, oh boy, have they listened already in the first point. Love 15 is that scoreline. This time a little further back, that bandeja of Aymar Goni goes into the net. Love 30. Alemande to serve to Jose Solano. And Goni with that flick into the ground, doesn't make it. Solano finds the gap, but a little bit too much power. Into the back glass it goes. 15-30. And then Monday, we can hear his war cry, and we all know what happens then. It's Tito Alemande getting into the mood. A little bit too much mood there as the ball went straight into the glass. 15-40, and it's 3 break opportunities here for Abud and Solano. It's the very first time in the match they found themselves with a break opportunity. This time, Aymar Goni takes his time, aims, locks and loads, fires away. Hard, direct, ball bouncing deep in the quadrant. You can see here, look at that, he pays attention, prepares, fires with pace. Ball bounces just after the baseline, off the glass, stays low and hard. 30-40. Aymar Goni must be saying to Tito Alemande there, just one more. And guess what Solano is saying to Abud? Just one more. And one more they get. As Alemande doesn't get that chiquita off the ground, goes straight into the net. And we have a golden point. Immediately, Solano puts his hands up. See there, look at that. There's the chiquita to the feet of Tito Alemande. He goes for the double-handed return, goes straight into the net. Still a break opportunity available here. In fact, there is a break that has taken place, and Abud and Solano are 4-2 up. This time, Aymar Goni looks to intercept there. It intercepts into the net. 15 love. Solano looks around. Goes for the Alemande. Remember Coach Zhu's instructions. Make Tito Alemande uncomfortable. And boy, oh boy. There is the drop shot this time from Jose Solano. Maybe we get to see a replay of that. Cheeky, effective. almost to qualify as a banger. Down the middle. That goes there from Goni. Excellent return. Abud gets in behind Tito Alemande. 40 love. And you can hear that war cry there. Tito Alemande looks almost a little tired. Does he maybe need a second wind? Look at that. It's not moving comfortably. Didn't turn around well there. Unfortunately there, Martin Abud into the net. 40-15. They certainly are following the instructions from Coach Sanchez. They're targeting Alemande. They are looking to make him uncomfortable. They're keeping the ball away from Amargoni. Forcing Amargoni to come in more into the middle to pick up the shot. Unfortunately, the plan's getting thwarted by errors. Abud again into the net. 40-30. Solano walking across to him, and you can see there the hand gestures. He's telling him to take it easy, be cool, we've got time. Down the middle it goes, Alemande under pressure. Abud with the finish. Pontacco, well constructed point there. Both Solano and Abud bringing Alemande to the middle, then finding the gap on the left-hand side of the court. Look at that. Completely open on the left. And off it goes. Banga, banga. Players are getting back on court, and Coach Zu Sanchez, the more positive of the two coaches right now, is getting his charges back onto court with energy. They have the break. They seem to have found the weak link there with Tito Alemande. The strategy is working, and they are on the board. They are looking positive in the second set. Borja Lopez scratching his head with Amargoni, and looking to maybe get them to revive, getting to them to reignite in the second set. There, Goni goes for the big finish. Here he goes, well planned, but the ball doesn't kick out, stays within the fence. Abud recovers well and finishes the point, getting the right kick out of court. Love 15 is the scoreline. 2-5 is the game score in games. It is the second set. If you've just joined us, the first set going the way of Goni and Alemande by 6-3. Goni and Alemande being the number 3 seeds in this tournament. And now 2-5 down in the second set to the 8th seeded team. You are in semifinals. Certainly, Jose Solano in his first semifinal of his A1 Padel Global Tour career, and the 5th of Martin Abud's career. certainly the first of 2025. Love 40, 4 break opportunities here, not just for the set, for the match, and to take this first semi-final into a third and decisive set. Goni with the emphatic finish there. 15-40, still 3 break opportunities. Solano and Abud in consultation. Goni to Solano. There's a change of direction almost immediate to force Tito Alemande into the game. Make him uncomfortable, says Coach Zeus Sanchez. This time, Martin Abud intercedes as Solano and Alemande are going toe-to-toe. Intercedes, he finalizes, and that is the second set. 6-2, Abud and Solano, and they will be super impressed with themselves.
Qué buena bola ahí de Abu.
Qué lindo punto, Oscar.
¡Grítelo! ¡Un taco, amigos! Para este punto de oro. ¿Quién lo define? ¡Grítelo! ¡Párese, Cruz! ¡Grítelo!
Ahí lo tiene.
¡Grítelo! ¡Un taco, amigos!
And we're back. And if you've just joined us, this is the first semi-final of this A1 Padel Global Tour, Cordoba Open at Villa Maria. And we have Aymar Goni and Tito Alemande taking on the third seeds, taking on Martin Abud and Jose Solano, the 8 seeds. And there is the set summary of the second set. First set going the way of Goni and Alemande by 6-3. A complete reversal of form in the second set. 2-6. Martin Abud and Jose Solano taking that one. 27 total points won over 16. And there's the winners, 12-9. Unforced errors, a big reduction there from Abud and Solano, and an increase from Goni and Alemande, particularly Alemande, 6-9. Also important here was the maximum points won, 6 for Abud and Solano versus 5. And the stage is now set 1 set apiece, and this will be the third and final set. We said earlier on that our young Tito Alemande was not moving well. Coach Zeus Sanchez pinpointed for his charges to make Tito Alemande uncomfortable. He was too comfortable, and there we see Tito Alemande on the ground being looked at by a member of the A1 Padel medical team. Speaking of medical team, you saw in the commercial break the A1 Padel clinics, yet another innovation and a world first from the A1 Padel Global Tour, a A1 Padel endorsed clinic made specifically for paddle players, recovery, maintenance and training, strength and performance training for paddle players, and of course recovery and treatment, the A1 Paddle clinics, and you can get more information on that on the a1paddleglobal.com website. Umpire Ezekiel Greco has called time and is asking the crowd to return to their seats. Of course, a very animated crowd. As we said, it is a full house, but lots of refreshments and entertainment around the precinct. People are getting up to go and get some drinks, some food, stretch their legs, as we should, because we're into a humdinger of a third and final set of this first semi-final year. That was an incredible return. Look at that finish here from Margoni. Ball doesn't quite make it out of the court. That ended up being a Martin Abud finish. Tito Alemande looks to be in ship shape. He's back on court. The magical touch of the A1 Padel medical staff has done its magic. As Solano served to Alemande. Alemande looks for the fence, gets it, now drives for the gap, gets it as well, then looks for the corner, and Abud out of position, can only parry that into the glass, looking for a return. Ball doesn't make it all the way back to the other side of the court. Solano will serve again. This time he goes to Goni. Love 15. Abud looks for the double wall. This time he goes down the middle. The return is left short by Alemande. He gets it back once, not once, but twice. Goni the third time. The finish not there from Abud. Alemande again. This time he goes over the head of Abud. That one's left short. Solano goes hard, goes straight. And a little swing off the glass. Just goes past Aymar Goni. A lot of power there. 15 all. A masterclass here in aggressive defending. How's that for a new term in paddle? Aggressive defending. Into the net goes the bajada from Abud. 15-30. See Tito Alemande there. Deep breaths. He's clearly not comfortable, is Tito Alemande. Physically not at his peak. Not quite sure whether that's the heat. Good finish there. Jose Solano into the ground, out of the court. 30 all. But the body language and the physical movements of Tito Alemande are not on par. Look at that. He looks almost pale, looking down. Not the Tito Alemande we like to see. He'll power through. He's of such character and resilience. Finds the gap to Solano. That one's left short. He goes for the power. Doesn't get enough. Solano defends well. Alemande switches sides with Goni. Those finishers are not getting across. They're not getting the bounce off the glass that these players require. The defensive work is there. These are becoming excellent points. You can see there, look at that. Goni gets it, goes hard. Solano defends. Off the glass goes Alemande, and the point goes on. Tremendous point that was. And who says that paddle is not a physical sport? There are players of another sport who seem to claim that. But points like that show that paddle is certainly a physical sport. 40-30, there's the finish from Solano. Doesn't get the lift, but Goni can't quite reach it. Full cry, and he can't quite get there. First blood, third set, 1-0, Martin Abud and Jose Solano. Quick turnaround there for the players. They're already back on court. They want to get on with this. A lot of energy, lots of adrenaline flowing through their veins, particularly Solano and Abud. They have the rhythm. They have the flow. They won the second set by 6-2 after losing the first 6-3. They now need 1-0. They are looking to get on with this, get a break. They know Tito Alemande is not comfortable. They know Tito Alemande has had a little bit of a medical break after that second set, and they want to take advantage of that. Alemande serving. Whoop, there's Alemande's war cry. As he goes through the middle there with that bajada, and neither Solano or Abud able to get a return on that. 15 love. The strategy is clear. Keep the ball away from Aymar Goni. And that's exactly what Solano and Abud have been doing. Because when they do get near Goni, that is what Goni does to them. Finishes the point emphatically. Beautiful block down the parallel. Takes the pace off. Drops the bounce short. And no chance there for Solano. Excellent return there from Solano. Right across the court. A little short, little bounce just before the fence. Look at that. Textbook stuff. Excellent angle. Beautiful lift. No chance, Tito Alemande. 30-15. Abud there sends the ball back where it came from. Tito Alemande not moving freely. He's not happy. 30 all. Abud and Solano smell the blood. You can see them talking to each other there. More of that is probably what they're saying to each other. Alemande keeps on with his war cry. That first serve goes into the net. He's looking to set up Aymar Goni. But both Solano and Abud will have none of that. If they go the way of Goni, it has to be to generate a defensive shot. And the shot there from Aymar Goni, the ball off that bounce, just sticking to the glass, running up the side of the glass. He lands up having to get a post off it and doesn't quite come off. 34, the two break opportunities here for Abud and Solano. And I wouldn't be betting against them getting them right now. They're playing with efficacy. They're playing with efficiency. They're playing with a plan. And that plan is to make Tito Alemande uncomfortable and keep the ball away from Aymar Goni. Aymar Goni cold, moves to the center of the court. Alemande in his way, mistimes it, ball goes into the fence. They have the break, Abud and Solano. Are we here to see a major upset in this tournament? The giant killers of yesterday, Martin Abud and Jose Solano, who took out the number 2 seeds of the tournament in dramatic and decisive fashion yesterday. 6-1 and 6-2, De Pasquale and Pereira could they be onto another giant killing hacked year with the number 3 seeds, Goni and Alemande? 2-love, they lead in this third and final set. Martin Abud is serving. There's the ruler to Goni. Didn't quite come off. Alemande into the net. Unforced error. 15-love. Intelligent play, Solano and Abud. Good strategic decision with Coach Zeus Sanchez. Paying off so far. This time with power, Alemande reflects defense. Abud with power to the fence, once, twice. Goni gets the first one, the second one goes into the net. Great point that was. Well designed, well built up. There's the first one, second one into the fence. And the return from Goni goes all the way to the net. A crowd animated. They love the underdogs out here in Villa Maria. Goes the Rulo into the fence. The parallel there from Aymar Goni and Solano. Not much to do about that. 30-15. The crowd erupts. Aymar Goni being quiet. Intentional. Well planned, well devised by Abud and Solano. Keeping Goni quiet. Allowing him only defensive shots. Trying to stay away and not allowing him to dominate off those weak returns as he did in the first set where he was finishing with a plump. They're allowing him those ones, those lobs, forcing him back. Every now and again they make a mistake and Aymar Goni reminds them why and what he can do. 30 all. Abud to Alemande. Vibora there with pace. Change of direction. They are attacking the corner of Alemande once again. The fake smash from Abud. Well defended by Goni. There's the gap. They moved Alemande to the center. Left the gap to the left. You can see, look at the frustration on his face. He knows he got caught. He knows he fell into a basic little trap there. And Solano and Abud orchestrated his movement. First pulling him into the left, then drawing him closer to the center. And the minute the gap was there, they finished the point. 40-30 is the scoreline. Alemande is furious with himself. He fell into a very, very common trap in the world of padel. Goni with a block at the net, goes straight. Blocks that Vibora and can go only into the net. And the score, 3-love. Abud and Solano, smiles all around as they come off to Coach Zeus. We're going to take a little break, listen to some strategy, and we'll be right back. go. We spoke about it earlier, the A1 Paddle Clinics. And if you are in Sevilla in Spain, you can visit that amazing facility there that you saw on your screens. Meantime, the players are on bench. Coach Zeus is telling Jose Solano and Martin Abud to keep doing what you're doing. It's working. Keep going. Pressure on Tito Alemande. Do not allow him to be comfortable. Keep him uncomfortable and go to Ghani only in defensive mode. Do not allow him to dictate and finish. Do not allow him to get aggressive. Coach Borja Lopez trying to get Tito Alemande to not fall into traps. Trying to devise a plan on how they get more of Aymar Ghani in an aggressive mode. Fortuitous bounce there for Martin Abud off the top edge of that net. Tito Alemande will look to set up Aymar Ghani a little bit more. There's the ruler off the fence, getting that awkward bounce everyone always wants off the fence. Ghani gets it there and goes 15 love up as he gets ready to serve to Martin Abud. This time the return from Solano just shaves the side of the back glass there. 30 love. Tito Alemande returning the favor of all the pressure Martin Abud has put onto him of late. And he goes and pressurizes Martin Abud. 40 love. This time it's the power of Alemande straight down the middle. That's the game. They are now on the board. The score is 3-1 in this third and final set. And Tito Alemande calls for the crowd support. He wants to hear the noise. He wants to hear the motivation. Starting to get into war cry mode is Tito Alemande. It is 3-1 though to Solano and Abud. It is the third and decisive set. It is Jose Solano with the ball in hand. Love 15 as Abud goes into the net. Tito Alemande, no stranger to fight backs. So many of those throughout his career. Aymar Ghani perhaps not so much, a young 19 years of age. Wants to get on with it. Well defended there, Aymar Ghani. Solano with the attempted drop shot goes into the net. Love 30. This is not something that Jose Solano and Martin Abud will want. They will want to hold their serve. They will not want to allow Aymar Ghani and Tito Alemande back into the game. It is the third set. They have the advantage. This time, Jose Solano gets that drop shot right. Second attempt, and immediately he raises to the crowd. They were the ones going boo early on when he missed. So this time he says, what about that now? 15-30. This time Martin Abud powers through. Ball straight into the glass, and you heard Tito Alemande with his cry there, vamos. He knows he needed that point. They've got 3 break opportunities. Abud should have thought about that better. Very bad decision making. He's far behind. He's not too close. The lob wasn't left short. It's a very critical error there from Martin Abud. And that has put Abud and Solana under massive pressure. 15-40, 3 break opportunities at a crucial time where they should be pressing the advantage in this third and final set. Martin Abud ignores exactly everything I've said so far and pulls out a stroke of genius. That return flick, you can see Tito Lamande there giving him a hand, raising his hands in applause and admiration after that shot. And what a shot that was from Martin Abud. Ayman Ghani into the net, and chaos averted. It isn't completely averted, of course, but we're down to a 50-50 chance. It is a golden point, the first one of this third set. And Solana will be serving to Alamandi. Very, very crucial golden point this. Alamandi eye into the air. Abud takes the pace off. Alamandi and Ghani getting in each other's way. They've managed to solve the problem. And he goes across. Ayman Ghani tries to intercept it, steals the shot from Tito Alemandi and goes straight into the back glass. And as he hit that, he runs straight out of court. And you can see Tito Alemandi just stands there. He's completely unhappy with what has just happened. You can see here, watch Ghani. He cuts across. Watch the return here. He cuts across. The ball goes into the net. Look at Alemandi stands there as Ghani walks off. Look at his face right now. He is shocked.
Perdón, una cosa. El juego de antes de ellos nos lo gana Tito. Nos lo gana Tito.
En dos globos que él juega cruzado.
Por eso. Entonces, volvemos a lo que nos funcionó antes. Al Milan.
Escucha,
al Milan.
¿Dónde no hacen menos?
Players are back on court, and the word there from Borja Lopez on that bench there of Alemande and Ayman Ghani. You could see the expression on Tito Alemande's face, not happy, and the main topic was trust in those conversations. How they must trust each other, and Tito Alemande responding, I want to trust, but clearly he's feeling like he shouldn't be trusting Ayman Ghani when Ayman Ghani is intercepting a shot like that last one. Very crucial play, an important hold there from Jose Solano on serve, and the score is now 1-4, love 15, third and final set. This after the first set went the way of Alemande and Ghani by 6-3. The second, a reversal, 2-6. Now 1-4 down, love 15, and this semi-final very much in the grasp of Martin Abud and Jose Solano. Are we to see a dramatic comeback? This has been the week of comebacks. We saw the Tucumán final, one of the greatest comebacks ever witnessed on a paddle court. certainly in a final of any A1 Padel Global Tour final. And are we to see that type of comeback in this match? Or are we to see Martin Abud and Jose Solano booking their first place, the first final spot for tomorrow, and an automatic go at the biggest chunk of the $156,000 prize pool? Love 40. 4 break opportunities here for Abud and Solano. We saw Goni go into the net there in an unforced manner. We are seeing him finishing the point here as he comes across now. And you saw there that Tito Lamande is giving him a hand. Round of applause. He's done that with a plump. He's forced a defensive shot with power into the corner. He's glided across for the return, powered it into the ground and out of the court. 15-40. Still 3 break opportunities. A possibility here for Abud and Solano to consolidate their lead, press their advantage, and go on to serve for the third and final set as well as the match. However, Alamandi and Goni are not having any of that. Change of direction there once, twice from Alamandi. And Solano outstretched on the floor. Can't get that back. 30-40. Opportunities still abound. 2 of them for the break. Alemande. No audible war cry. He's focused. 30-40. Serving to Martin Abud. And this time it's Tito Alemande with the error. He goes for the bandeja angled. And the ball goes straight into the fence. Abud and Solano go 5-1 up in the third and final set. And this, you can see there, Jose Solano punching the air. Look at the expression on Tito Alemande's face. Things have not gone for him. He's got to have some physical ailment. He's not moving well. He looks pale. He had some medical attention in the switch of the second set. And Martin Abud is going to be serving. He will look to hold this and wrap up this third and final set and book themselves a once-off, first time in their career final for Martin Abud and Jose Solano in tomorrow's final of this A1 Padel Cordoba Open. How exciting for these 2 young players who have come from nowhere. The number 8 seeds, never before been in a final. This time it's powered down. And the smackdown from Aymar Goni takes the score to 15 all. The lob there. Abud goes down the center with the bandeja. He now looks for the rulo. Doesn't get it. It's left a little short, but he's unable to punish. Again, this time he looks for the fence. Still looking for the angles there. And he gets it this time. He gets that hybrid bandeja Vigbra into the corner. And Aymar Goni with the 4th return in a row goes into the net. Abud there pleased with himself. 30-15. The hook shot there. And the backhand return, looking again for the fake parallel shot from Amargoni. Clips the side of the glass. 40-15, and we have a game, set, and match point here for Abud and Solana. There are 3 of them available. And the backhand swivel there from Solana goes straight into the glass. 40-30. Still a game, set, and match opportunity here. The crowd's starting to clap. They can sense the end of this match is near. Martin Abud to serve to Amargoni. Goes into the corner. The return is down the parallel. Well defended. Lots of changing of directions here from both Goni and Alemandi. Well anticipated Solano. Lob is there. The bandeja from Goni. The gap is there to the right of Alemandi. Martin Abud sees it. Just taps it down the side. And it's game, set, and match. 6-3, 2-6, and 1-6 goes the way of Martin Abud and Jose Solano, who booked their spot for the very, very first time into a final of the A1 Padel Global Tour. Amargoni, Tito Alemande lost their rhythm after the first set and are going home yet again, semi-finalists in a major tournament, but not good enough to get into the final. There's Jose Solano. He must be so happy with himself. Recently joined the A1 Padel Global Tour, a quarterfinal in Tucumán, and here he is, a spot in the finals for the Cordoba Open. What a solid right-sided player, 24 years of age. What a talent to play alongside Martin Abud. For Amargoni, still a talent at 19. He'll be back for more. Tito Alemande back to the drawing board. And there's Jesus Sanchez, their coach. Abud and Solano. The strategy worked and the message was clear. Keep Tito Alemande uncomfortable and stay away from the finish of Amargoni. They followed the instructions and they won the match. Book their seat in the finals tomorrow, which will take place at 1900 local time. We'll talk about that final again tomorrow. For now, Martin Abud and Jose Solano will go off. We'll celebrate their win, get some recovery done. You can see on your screen there, there's the set summary. You can see points won 17-24. Break points, 2 out of 4 versus 0 out of 3 opportunities. 3 out of 3 smashes won as opposed to 1 out of 2, and only 5 unforced errors, 11 for Goni and Alemande, the majority of those coming from the racket of Adrian Tito Alemandi. Not the type of stats you are used to seeing from Adrian Alemandi and Amargoni. Nevertheless, we are going to let these players go and celebrate and recuperate, and we are going to get ready for the second semi-final of this A1 Padel Cordoba Open here at Villa Maria, where we're going to see the number 1 seeds Maximiliano Arce and Franco Del Bianco take on the unseeded and even bigger giant killers Maximo Maldonado and Luciano Pupo, a good friend of Franco Del Bianco and Maxi Arce, in the second semi-final. And what a humdinger that promises to be. That was the match summary on your screen. We're going to leave you with these images, and we're going to hand you over to Clara Navarro.
Sabíamos que se venía una auténtica batalla, victoria ante la pareja número 3. La verdad es que lo que estáis demostrando en la pista es de otro nivel.
Bueno, muchas gracias. Hola a todos. La verdad que muy feliz de jugar aquí, que se nota mucho cómo lo viven y, bueno, cómo viven el deporte. La verdad que estamos muy felices. Hemos jugado contra una grandísima pareja que, como se ha visto el primer set, teníamos nosotros muchas dudas. Ellos nos han hecho jugar que no sabíamos por dónde ir. Pero la verdad que, bueno, hemos dicho vamos a luchar, vamos punto a punto, y la verdad que muy feliz de estar en la final. Y la verdad que para mí estoy muy feliz de estar con Martín, con Ceu, La verdad quiero mandar un saludo, bueno, a mi familia, a mi novia, a todos que está viendo y lo están viviendo igual que yo, con mucha felicidad. Beso a todos.
Bueno, y aparte, como estabas diciendo ahora, de que en ese primer set teníais muchas dudas, ¿cómo hacéis ese clic en la cabeza?
No, la verdad que ellos han entrado con un ritmo de bola muy alto. Nosotros habíamos planteado una cosa y la verdad que no estaba saliendo, bueno, debido a su juego. Hemos dicho, vamos a luchar, hay que amarrarse e intentar hacer break y meternos en el partido, y yo creo que así ha sido. De felicitar a Martín de no bajar los brazos, y bueno, muy contento, y mañana vamos a muerte.
Y Martín, felicidades por el nivel que estáis demostrando en estos 2 torneos y felicidades por vuestra primera final.
Bueno, hola a todos. Muchísimas gracias por el apoyo. La verdad que es increíble jugar así con las gradas llenas, lo dije ayer. Se vive acá, como dijo José, de una manera increíble. Quiero agradecer a José por haber aceptado el desafío de venir, de jugar conmigo, de poder aceptar este proyecto. La verdad que me dio mucha ilusión desde el día que dijo que sí, y estoy muy feliz de llegar a nuestra primera final.
Se te ve emocionado, Martín.
Sí, la verdad, es mi segunda final, me cuesta hablar. Hay cosas que uno piensa de repente que por ahí no va, o que lo ve muy lejos, y hoy es posible de nuevo. Así que déjame agradecer a mi familia, a todo mi equipo, a la que me dio González, a mi novia, a su familia, a toda la gente que me apoya siempre, que me banca, y en especial a Seu, que gracias a él estoy acá ahora.
Pues gracias, chicos, por vuestras palabras. Un aplauso para los ganadores.
That was our on-court presenter, Clara Navarro, with the winners of this first semi-final. Both ecstatic. Martin Abud there almost lost for words. This is this team's first final that they booked their place into, and what a final it is. We're going to leave you with these last pictures, and we'll be back to you in a little bit, possibly around 10 to 15 minutes, and keep your eye on the screens. We'll be back for the second semi-final, as we mentioned earlier. Maxi Arce and Franco Del Bianco, the number 1 seeds, taking on the unseeded Massimo Maldonado and Luciano Pupo. My name is Paulo de Calma, and we bid you a short little break. We'll be back pretty soon. And there we have the wonderful background of this amazing facility, the Nuevo Salón de los Deportes de Villa Maria, the salon of the sports salon or sports complex of Villa Maria, and that is right here in Villa Maria in the province of Cordoba in Argentina. And that is just 137 kilometers southeast of the provincial capital of the province. That is along the left bank of the Tercero River, which allows for the area to be a rich agricultural and manufacturing center in this hinterland in Argentina, where livestock and various grains are grown. Dairy, cement factories, canneries, and textile and flour mills located all over the city. It's also 550 kilometers northwest of Buenos Aires. And boy, oh boy, are we in for a treat right now. From Buenos Aires comes one of the challenges for the second semi-final of this A1 Padel Cordoba Open, and on your screens there we have young Massimo Maldonado, 20 years of age. Look at that, ranked 27 on the A1 Padel Global Tour, and just 20 years of age, turns 21 in May of this year. And he's partnered by a gentleman who is just 557 kilometers away from here. That's where he comes from Buenos Aires. Ranked 21 on the A1 Padel Global Tour, ranking 23 years of age. Luciano Pupo, and you're going to see him walking in, a very charming, big smile. Luciano Pupo, a very popular player, young player on the A1 Padel Global Tour, and incidentally, a very, very good friend of the two players that are about to come on, that are going to be a mountain to surpass by these two young players. These are the number one seeds for this tournament. They are the current number one and number two players on the A1 Padel Global ranking. You're going to see the first one coming up from Salta. The king of the bajadas, the consummate professional, Maximiliano Arce. Maxi Arce, as he walks on stage there, a firm crowd favorite, a son of this northern part of Argentina, an ambassador, sports ambassador of Salta. Going to be almost playing in his hometown here in Villa Maria in Cordoba. Partner will be coming on right now, also known as the Sniper, the number 2 ranked player on the A1 Padel Global Tour, 25 years of age, Franco Del Bianco. There he comes. We haven't seen much of that Sniper, or we certainly didn't see much of that Sniper activity in the Tucumán Open just last week. But boy, oh boy, have we seen glimpses of that this week. If anyone can get the ball to kick in these conditions on this court, it is Franco Del Bianco. Of course it is. So, how does an unseeded team get to take on the number ones in the second semi-final of this A1 Padel Cordoba Open? And they do so with merit. Do these unseeded players in their first round, a massive 3-setter, 6-3, 2-6, and 2-6 again. Maldonado and Popo beat Nicolas Egea and Nicolas Zurita onto the last 16, and Alvaro Sola and the very strong Matias de Moral got dispatched almost with contemptuous ease, 6-3 and 6-3, and that was the giant killing act of that number 5 seeded pairing done there by Massimo Maldonado and Luciano Pupo. One more round, yesterday's quarterfinals, and Hugo Ensslin and Fabricio Peron were the victims. 2-6, 7-6, and 2-6 was the final score, as Massimo Maldonado and Luciano Pupo booked their final, or their semi-final place against Maxi Arce and Franco Del Bianco, who, besides a tough 3-setter, 6-2, 3-6, and 6-2 over Jesus Boroquez and Adrian Mercadel, have just brushed aside Santiago Peneda 6-2 and Daniel Lima 6-3. And then yesterday, the promising partnership of Christian Gutierrez and Miguel Gonzalez 7-6 and 6-2. So both teams here on merit, none of them here for fun. And after the customary photograph and the toss, you can see them both teams on court warming up. There's the tail of the tape. Maldonado, Massimo Maldonado, there he is, 22nd of May. He'll be turning 21 years of age. He plays in the drive position from Rosario del Talia in Argentina. This, of course, an all-Argentinian semi-final, not the previous one. And we know already that the first finalists are a Spanish and Paraguayan player. There's Luciano Pupo from Buenos Aires. He plays in the backhand position, or the revés. He's the finisher, 1.74 in height. Pretty short for a player who plays on the left, but let that not be any detriment. Fernando Munoz is their coach. He'll be next to them on the bench. And as I was saying, don't let the height of Luciano Pupo playing on the left be a distraction. He is very much a powerful player and a finisher of the highest order. Maxi Arce, there we go, 27 years of age from Salta, Argentina, in the drive position. Mr. Reliable, Mr. Professional on and off the court, the king of the bajadas. And you're going to see lots of them on your screens. You'll see the two closest to us in the turquoise. There's the kit of Franco Del Bianco. Those are Maxi Arce and Franco Del Bianco. Furthest of your screen are Maxi Maldonado and Luciano Pupo. Also in the blue, there is Franco Del Bianco from Quilmes, 1.80 m, plays in the reverse position. And there is their coach for the season, Gaston Alonso. He was bench side at the final of the Tucumán Open and experienced a shell shock experience of the highest order they seem to have recovered pretty well. They are in the semi-final of the very next tournament, having won the first set by 6-1. They were leading the second set by 5-1, about to wrap the game up, and Juan de Pascual and Rama Pereira won 7 in a row to take that second set 7-5, and then brushed them aside 6-1 in the third set. One of the greatest comebacks and upset comebacks in the history of A1 Padel Global Tour, and certainly at the final stage. Have they shaken it off? We'll soon find out from the commentator's box. It seems that they have, but what a toss they have with these young men. Massimo Maldonado was a finalist in the Fabrice Pastor 500 Monaco tournament in 2024. He was also a semi-finalist in the Fabrice Pastor 1000 in Buenos Aires earlier this year in January in 2025. But the very best performance so far in his career on the A1 Padel Global Tour is this very one in the semi-final. He has reached 3 quarterfinals previous to this, but this is his best appearance, a semi-final. Same applies to Luciano Pupo, who is already a seasoned performer on the A1 circuit. He has reached 6. He's had 6 quarterfinal appearances since 2023, but never before have either of these two, and certainly not as a team, been as far as a semi-final. There on your screen, you can see how Maldonado and Pupo got to this semi-final. We talked about it earlier on, so very important. They are an unseeded pair taking on the number 1 seed. So Maxi Arce and Franco Del Bianco, the very firm favorites to win this, both in terms of public opinion as well as the betting markets. You saw on your screen as well Mr. Ariel Garcia, one of the most experienced umpires in Argentina, and he'll be officiating this match. He also officiated that final where Maxi Arce and Franco Del Bianco were the victims of one of the great escapes. So he knows what to do, does Mr. Ariel Garcia. He'll be overseeing the discipline, he'll be overseeing the rules, and he'll be overseeing the video reviews. And if you have not heard me say it before, video reviews have been around on the A1 Padel circuit since as early as 2023, the first global tour to introduce them, and in full effect the whole of last season and now in 2025. What a great tool it is to have. And we heard an interview with umpire Ariel Garcia just a couple of days ago where he praised the system and how well it works and how pleased he is to have it available to him on the chair. He's also has happened to call time on the warm-up of these players, and you can see there Franco Del Bianco and Maximo Maldonado just going through the last couple of shots. Franco Del Bianco asked for a couple of high ones, and that isn't a good one. As he hit there, Luciano Pupo already on the bench talking to Fernando Munoz. Umpire will very soon call for time again. They're just busy with final preparations, and they'll be on court to get us underway in this second semi-final.
Vamos que nadie nos regaló nada, ¿eh? Vamos que nos merecemos todo esto. No podemos jugar, dale, ¿eh? Lo que le decía recién a él, lucidez y sabiduría para darnos cuenta si aunque hayamos perdido el punto o no, hicimos las cosas bien. ¿Eh? ¿Está bien? Y vamos a jugar puntito por puntito, como venimos. Nosotros 0-0. Todos los puntos para nosotros 0-0.
En ataque, como ayer, paciencia si no queda, y hacemos presión cuando quede, ¿sí?
Punto por punto, ¿eh?
Vamos.
Hasta el chivo, ¿eh? Vamos a laburar, a laburar, ¿eh? Laburar. Empecemos de al 100 acá.
Punto.
¿Empecemos qué? Quebrando acá, vamos. ¿Sí? Punto a punto, ese
punto. Concentraditos, ¿eh? Vamos. Una final más tenemos acá.
Sí, una más. Vamos.
Son todas finales. Vamos.
Tiempo.
There is the call for time from umpire Ariel Garcia, and the messages from these benches are also clear and decisive. Coach Fernando Munoz telling Massimo Maldonado and Luciano Pupo he wants to see clarity and wisdom. He's asking them to play point by point. Every point is love. So take 1 point at a time. A lot of clarity required here. A lot of wisdom in your shots. Play intelligently. And Gaston Alonso on the other side telling Maxi Arce and Franco Del Bianco that you don't deserve to be winning just because these guys are unseeded, so play like you don't deserve it. You've got a point to prove from last week, from losing the final, so go out there and do it. Massimo Maldonado serving to Maxi Arce as he gets this second semi-final underway. The winners here will take on the winners of the first semi-final earlier on today, which was Martin Abud and his partner Jose Solano, who upset Tito Anumande and Aymar Goni, if you just joined us. And that was a beautiful three-set match that went all the way to the wire. Those three sets being of vital importance. Alemandi and Goni having taken the first set by 6-3, then going down 6-2 and 6-1 to Martin Abud and Jose Solano. They the first finalists, and one of these two teams will be joining them, and they'll be fighting it out tomorrow, 1900 local time, for the biggest chunk of the $156,000 prize money, as well as the ranking points and the wonderful trophy available for this A1 Padel Cordoba Open here in Villa Maria. Love 30 is the scoreline as Maldonado goes to serve to Maxi Arce once again. And of course, what a tournament it's been. Villa Maria, the town we are in, and the Villa Maria Sports and Tourism Authority, the tourism organization of Villa Maria, with the wonderful slogan Sempre Linda, always beautiful, and the municipality of Villa Maria, without whom we could not be holding this tournament. Great support they've been, and of course the province of Cordoba, the local government, who have gone out of their way to make the hosting of this tournament by the promoters Alejandro Mana and Eduardo Piazza, the success it has been. It is a full house, ladies and gentlemen, and Ariel Garcia, the umpire, will have his hands full keeping the excitement down from these players. Massimo Maldonado into the net, and that takes the score to 15-40, and a very, very early opportunity here in the first game of the first set. 3 break opportunities for Maxi Arce and Franco Del Bianco, who will be looking to justify not just their number one seeding, but their number one ranking on the A1 Padel Global Tour. The absence of Torito Aguirre and Gonzalo Alfonso for 2025 make it mouth-watering for Maxi Arce and Franco Del Bianco to really pull up their socks and attempt to dominate the tour. 1-0 with the break achieved as early as the first game of the first set. The players, as they go out, they'll be quickly just drying racket handles, and they'll be getting back onto the court pretty soon. If you just joined us for the second semi-final and you missed the first one, I'll tell you about court conditions, and you're going to find that the ball is not as bouncy and as it could be, and the balls, and that there's going to be a lot less successful portres or kick smashes out of court. Players are going to be playing a lot more diagonals, and that's because the power is not getting these balls out of court. And the reason for that is, unlike in Tucumán, where we were 300, nearly 400 meters in the air in altitude, we are only 196 meters here in Villa Maria, but there is a 60% humidity factor, and it is hot out there. Despite it being an indoor facility, it is 23 degrees out there, and with no precipitation, the players are going to be perspiring, and the ball is going to be slowing down. Whoop! Fortuitous bounce there from Franco Del Bianco. Ball clips the top end of the net, bounces on the floor and walks out of the court. Takes the score to 30-love. Oops. Hands in the air, apologizing. Of course, they'll take the points, but it's not the way you want to win points. It's not very sportsmanlike. And you'll remember that this tournament, ladies and gentlemen, started on the 6th of March with qualifiers and pre-qualifiers. 72 teams started that, and those 72 teams whittled down into a board of 32. In fact, it whittled down to 4 qualifiers, who were then joined by 3 wildcard entries and 25 of the top-rated players, taking it a total to 32. So 97 teams started off this tournament as early as the 6th of March. We are now on the 15th of March, and we have only 3 teams left. The finalists, the first finalists to qualify from the first semi-final earlier on, and these 2 on your screens right now, one of which will join the other finalists in tomorrow's final. You saw there, perfect example, Maxi Arce with the big hit, not getting the kick desired there. Franco Del Bianco again not getting the kick desired. Luckily there was a gap in between, able to finish the point, and Arce Del Bianco take a 2-0 lead in this first set. Luciano Pupo will be serving. The final tomorrow, 1900 local time, so we look forward to having you there as we make that the last match of this wonderful A1 Padel Cordoba Open here at Villa Maria. If you are in Argentina and you are listening to the broadcast, get yourself out there to the Salón de los Deportes de Villa Maria, and they will be able to get you some entrance tickets. It is a sellout. It is a full house. Alternatively, you can follow us right here on YouTube, English and Spanish. Our Spanish colleagues doing a prolific job with their commentary and content team. Or you can keep me, Paulo de Karma Company, with the English broadcast. Alternatively, you can watch the broadcast with one of our many media partners, Disney+, ESPN, DAZN, Mediaset España, TV Monaco, La Liga Plus, or Marca, or even go on to www.a1paddleglobal.com and click on the streaming link, and you can watch not just the rest of this match, but also tomorrow's final, 1900 local time here in Cordoba, in Villa Maria, in Argentina. Love 30 is the score as Luciano Pupo goes the way of Maxi Arce. Franco Del Bianco looks for the center now and clips the top end of the net. The score goes 15-30. A little bit of power being put out there by Luciano Pupo. And that return there from Franco Del Bianco. Not quite having the desired effect. Off the back glass, the ball carries all the way through to the glass on the other side of the court. 30 all. Pupo really powered up, lots of aggression in his play. He is an aggressive player by nature, but he's going to intensify that for sure in this game. That block there at the net going straight into the back glass. 30-40. Another 2 break opportunities available here for Arsene Del Bianco. And Pupo will want to make sure that he's not going to let them come in with that opportunity. He can't leave this door open. They go 3-0 down in this first set. It'll be hard to come back from. The fake smash there from Pupo. Arce goes towards the back of Maldonado. Tries to get over his head. Maldonado, of course, a left-handed player. Also an aggressive type player. Down the center he goes, trying to move Arce away from the corner. Into the middle, trying to create the gaps. Bajada there from Pupo down the middle. Arce defends. This time Arce goes for the ruler off the fence and is successful. We have another break. Arce Del Bianco 3-0 up as they go to the benches. We're going to take a brief commercial break, and when we come back, we're going to talk about Massimo Maldonado and Luciano Pupo are going to try and get back into this game.
Qué buena bola ahí de Abo. Qué lindo punto, Oscar.
Welcome back. Adi Power, A1 Padel. Wow, what a bat that is. And if you like what you see there, if you're in Seville, pop into the A1 Padel shop. If you're not in Seville, www.a1padelshop.com, where you can see not only that racket, but a lot of the apparel that the players are using on tour, a lot of A1 Padel merchandising and all things paddle. Quite a collection. Worth a visit, www.a1padelshop.com. Players are back on court. Franco Del Bianco has the ball in hand. He'll be serving, looking to press an early advantage. 3-0 up in this first set of the second semi-final. 2 breaks up, and Luciano Pupo and Massimo Maldonado will be scratching their heads and thinking, how do we get out of this? Franco Del Bianco with power to Maldonado's feet. 15-love. Franco Del Bianco went through a really bad patch in the final in Tucumán. A lot of unforced errors. He was really struggling with his range, hitting the top end of the net a lot of times. He'll be looking to set that right. and he has been quite successful thus far in this tournament. He will be looking to set that right, not just throughout this tournament, but in this particular semi-final and potentially in the final should they reach it. Pupo and Maldonado in control there to net. Arce and Del Bianco in defensive mode. Now they've moved up, and Arce with the tap down into the corner off that powerful bajada there from Pupo, and just providing absolutely no chance. Watch Pupo here. There's the... Didn't quite see there. There's the bajada. Watch Pupo goes down the middle, and Arce, boom, block, lesser pace into the corner, almost getting 2 bounces out of that. Really a masterclass there from Maxi Arce. Maxi Arce should, post-career, really consider tutorials of paddle. He's such a technically correct player. So technique is almost unmatched throughout the world of paddle. You see there how the ball lacks kick in these conditions. You saw that flick down there from Pupo. Ball not getting out, allowing Del Bianco for the defense. And there Pupo eventually goes into the net. 40-love is that scoreline. Starting to look ominous in this first set here for Maldonado and Pupo. Another very important factor here for Maxi Arce and Franco Del Bianco. A lot of these partnerships change constantly. Players don't really have the time to almost, as they say, live the project, to really get used to the project. There seems to be a lot of pressure on winning, and when things aren't working out after 1-2 tournaments, often these partnerships tend to break up. Franco Del Bianco and Maxi Arce together for the last 5 years, playing together, and certainly the last 3 on the A1 Padel Global Tour. And this is very, very important for consistency and stability. They know each other so well. They trust each other so much. It's really quite a thing to see the loyalty and dedication that they have for each other. Not just good partners on court, but of course excellent friends off court as well. Both hailing from different parts of, very distant parts of Argentina, yet they have a bond of friendship and professional respect that is unmatched, certainly on the A1 Padel Global Tour. That wraps the game, and that takes it to 4-love as Luciano Pupo and Maldonado get ball in hand. It is going to be Maldonado to serve. Love 4 down in this first set. It's getting more and more complicated for these two young men. Only 21 and 20 years old, or 20 and 23. Maldonado not yet 21, only turning 21 in May. So young men, very much junior to Maxi Arce and Franco Del Bianco, who are 27 and 25, and certainly junior in terms of experience. This their highest ever participation on the A1 Padel Global Tour, being in semi-finals. They've reached quarterfinals before, but never a semi-final. So a great experience for them. Win or lose, they're going to improve from this. But things are starting to look rather complicated. Love 30 is the scoreline. Del Bianco gets out of the way of that ball. It's a straight to Maldonado, who blocks into the net. Love 44 break opportunities here. Yet another break. Maldonado and Pupo are yet to hold their serve in the set. In this first set, they've been broken every single time. And this is not what Coach Fernando Munoz was looking for at the beginning of this set, or beginning of this match, and certainly not what these two young men envisaged when they got out of bed this morning. And there's the match, 5 games to love, We're going to go out of court. We're going to go to the benches. We'll listen to what Coach Munoz and Alonso have to say, but it's looking very, very complicated for these two young men.
Y levantar la cabeza, muchachos. Están así, dale. Vamos, viejo, estamos jugando una semifinal. Vamos así los dos. Vamos, no importa si la tiramos afuera o no. Levantemos la cabeza, muchachos. Desde el primer game que estamos con la cabeza abajo. Dale. Parece que estamos jugando de compromiso. Vamos a dar la cara nosotros también. Dale. Sí. Vamos a pegarle a la pelota y vamos a soltarnos. Vamos a pegarle a la pelota. Cuando le pegamos la pelota, soltamos el aire. Y empezamos a hablar. Estamos así los dos. Vino Franco, vino. Dale, boludo, vamos a soltar la lengua. Vamos a soltarnos. Estamos cabizbajos todo el set. Vamos 5-0, meten algunas.
Que es muy probable en algún momento van a despertar y empieza a gritar Nano. No pasa nada, viejo, Es punto a punto, que grite, ganó un 15, ganó nada. Tenemos que seguir. Punto siguiente, dale, así.
Lo normal es que pase eso.
Exactamente, que tiene.
Lo normal es que pase eso. El que empiece a meter la bola, empiece a gritar, es lo normal. Nosotros punto a punto, enfocar lo nuestro. Enfocar lo nuestro. Nosotros. Vamos.
Maxi Arce serving to Luciano Pupo, 15 love up. Arsene Del Bianco will look to wrap this up, this first set, pretty quickly. There goes Del Bianco trying to get the kick. He doesn't get enough the ball. Maldonado returns it and finishes the point. 15-all is the scoreline. Franco Del Bianco and Maxi Arce will take heed of the advice of Coach Alonso, telling them, you're ahead, you are dominating, but take 1 point at a time. You don't want any slip-ups. You want to wrap this up. You want to win this, and you want to go into a final with minimum effort, minimum energy spent. High ball there. Arce with a bajada. The king has spoken. Banga, banga. It is so textbook. He is so good at those. This is the best bajada in world padel by a long, long shot. Look at that. Perfectly executed. No chance whatsoever. 30-15 is the scoreline. What a great point that was. And that, ladies and gentlemen, look at that. You can see, watch Maxi Arce. Lifts and boom, there's the point and the set. Players not yet back on court, but there's one important person on court. We'll tell you all about them now. There's this first set summary. 6-love, 24 total points won by Arce and Del Bianco versus 5 won by Maldonado and Pupo. An overwhelmingly dominating performance. 3 out of 3 break points. Maldonado and Pupo did not hold serve once. 3 smashes out of 4 won by Arce and Del Bianco. 0 smashes won by Maldonado and Pupo. Unforced errors 8 versus 2 from Arce and Del Bianco. 14-3 winners. It couldn't be more emphatic. And you missed the gentleman. There was a gentleman cleaning the glass on the court. Court marshal, the underrated people of the sport of paddle globally. They do so much work keeping that glass open, collecting balls, making sure that the court is brushed, making sure it's well maintained, nets are tight. These are really the hard workers of the paddle sport throughout the world, be it in a social environment, a local club, or in competition. So let's take our hats off and give these gentlemen or ladies who are court marshals all over the world a big round of applause. Massimo Maldonado on serve, love 15, second set. Del Bianco advances. We haven't seen that aggression from Franco Del Bianco in quite some time. Arce changes direction. Pupo tries to go long, comes back again to Arce. Maldonado trying to get over the head of Del Bianco. Good block there from Pupo. Off the back glass. There's the vibra from Maldonado. Del Bianco sends him straight back to the back of the court. Arce with the bandeja. Now a little hybrid with a vibra there into the corner, and Maldonado mistimes it off the glass. Doesn't quite get enough on it. Love 30 is the scoreline. Maldonado to Arce. Arce lifts it, leaves it a little short, and Maldonado punishes him with the vibra into the corner, hard and low. Very powerful. 15-30. First serve there from Maldonado down the tee, a little bit on the long side. Del Bianco lets that one go past him, plays it off the glass. High into the air goes, it's short. Well defended there as Pupo goes for the fake smash. Arce changes direction once, twice. And this time Arce with a block into the net. Some great one-on-one challenges there. All is the scoreline. Maldonado down the tee. That backhand return volley there straight into the side fence. Not what he expects. He walks away dejected. 30-40. 2 break points available here for Arce and Del Bianco. Are we about to see more of the same from the first set? Or is Maldonado and Pupo going to put in a fight back and take this to golden point? In the air goes Del Bianco. Pupo into the corner. And the golden point we have. First golden point of the match comes in the second set. In the first game of the second set, Franco Del Bianco puts his hand up straight away. If you're unfamiliar with golden points, at 40 all, a golden point is called. The receiving team chooses who will receive the ball, and it is a sudden death point, the penalty shootout of the world of paddle. And that, of course, falls in line with the match format on the A1 Padel Global Tour. And Luciano Pupo with the finish there. They're on the board for the very first time. Maldonado and Pupo have got a game. 1-0. There'll be a quick turnaround and they'll be back on court, and they'll be pleased as punch that they are on the board, that they've won a game, albeit on a golden point and under a little bit of pressure, but they are on the board, and this will give them confidence as the second set evolves. Speaking earlier about format, so best of 3 sets is how we run these matches here on the A1 Padel Global Tour, with golden points played on juice. And if matches are tied at 6 games apiece, a tiebreaker is played. A standard tiebreaker, first to 7, win by 2. New balls introduced after 9 games, so we're still playing with the balls we started with. This is the 8th game. After 9 games, we'll see an introduction of new balls. Those balls are Knox Titaniums. Knox, the official ball sponsor of the A1 Padel Global Tour for 2025. And Franco Del Bianco goes into the net with that hook shot. So love 15 is the scoreline. Maxi Arce to serve to Luciano Pupo. Pupo changes direction, catches Maxi Arce unawares. Unfortunately, the ball overcarries into the glass. Excellent idea, intelligent play there from Pupo. You can see Maxi Arce completely bamboozled, going the wrong way. No chance whatsoever, but the ball just misses staying in the court. And that is the very first time we've seen in both his semifinals today a smash straight down the center with the ball returning to the right side of the court. Perfect kick. We said at the beginning of the game, if anyone can do it, the sniper Franco Del Bianco can, and he does it emphatically right there and then. Maldonado just inches away. Nevertheless, not good enough. And Del Bianco, having the confidence of having done 1, does 2. 40-15 is the scoreline. There's the Vibra into the corner from Del Bianco. This time he goes the bandeja down the middle, changes it to the left. Ball dropping as it comes off the glass, and it's 1 game apiece. Del Bianco with the great finish there. 1-1, Luciano Pupo to serve. Franco Del Bianco is obviously affectionately known as the sniper, and he'll be happy to hear that just around the corner from in the city is a military gunpowder and explosive factory very nearby. And that is possibly where Franco Del Bianco comes round to practice his smashes. The sniper Franco Del Bianco already 2 from 2 in that last game, doing what few others have done so far under these conditions at this venue. Point building nicely, yeah. Great block there from Pupo. Off the middle, and he powers down. He's looking for a little bit more power on that bandeja and clips the top end of the net. Love 15. Needs patience, does Luciano Pupo. He plays well. He gets the right shots. He's in the right position. He needs to be a little bit more patient. His preparation is good. But these unforced errors are going to cost in the end. That serve goes straight into the net. Complicated there for Maxi Arce. Maldonado goes for the big hit. Gets a fortuitous bounce off the corner of the glass. No answer there. No solution provided from Del Bianco or Arce. So So the score is 15 all. Fakes the bajada, instead goes for the lob. Does Luciano Pupo. Intelligent player. Just needs to get a little bit more patient about it, the way his shots go off. Some taka-taka there at the net between Arce and Pupo. And Maldonado with the excellent finish. The ruler off the fence. Bounce awkward. Arce not able to do much with it. See there, that awkward bounce off the fence. Catching Maxi Arce's feet in a bit of a twist. Maldonado forcing Maxi Arce to retreat. Popo thought he had finished that. Excellent defense, Franco Del Bianco. Arce and Del Bianco have switched positions. Back where they should be now. And that return from Maxi Arce straight down the parallel. A little unfortunate. Just clips the side of the fence. Millimeters. And immediately he realizes that it did hit the fence first. No need for a video review, the umpire asks. And Maxi Arce shakes his head. Says, no, it's okay. I saw that was out. No need for a video review. 40-15 the scoreline. This time it's Arce who gets the good bounce off the tin. Well defended Pupo and Maldonado. So point still goes on. The defense is impressive. The drop shot there from Del Bianco. Well defended. What an incredible point this is. Del Bianco goes down the middle. Now angles it into the corner. Pupo defends with a double-handed backhand. And the bajada from the king. Angled, less space. And Maldonado misjudges it completely. He scoops it out into the back of the court. There's that drop shot there from Franco Del Bianco. There's the bajada. Watch that. Angled. Going well. Maldonado was moving in the wrong direction. He reaches out and just clips it out of court. 40-30 is the scoreline. Incredible point. That must have been exchanges of 50-plus shots between the players. Pupo to Del Bianco. And Maldonado goes for the big finish, loses his patience, and the golden point is forced. Maxi Arce puts his hand up straight away. He's going to receive that. Now, this is the second golden point so far. The first one went the way of Maldonado and Pupo. That's how they got on the board early in the second set. And you can see there he's frustrated. He knows he should have taken it easy. He knows he should have played the percentage game there. There's Massimo Maldonado. But he didn't. And a golden point was forced here. Luciano Pupo serving to Maxi Arce. Second time round. Excellent block there, Franco Del Bianco. And Franco Del Bianco goes for the rulo. The ball clips the top side of the net. And they have the desired break. We're going to go off, take a commercial break. When we come back, Franco Del Bianco on serve. 2-1 up in the second set after winning the first by 6 games to love. And the break is on. The first break of the second set. Del Bianco and Arce break young Luciano Pupo. And we now have Franco Del Bianco serving 2-1 up in the second set, looking to press the early advantage. And it certainly is their aim. There's another powerful bajada from Maxi Arce straight down the angle. Maldonado can only swing a bat at it, and the ball goes sideways and into the fence. 15 love. Arce and Del Bianco will want to wrap this up. They will want to win this game as quick as possible and get into the recuperation physio table, get into some rest, some good night's sleep, so that they can get into tomorrow's final with the least exertion possible. Preserve their energy, preserve their strength. They would be playing a Martin Abud and Jose Solano in tomorrow's final, were they to go on and win this second semi-final. Of course, Luciano Pupo and Massimo Maldonado will be doing everything in their power to stop that from happening. Are they going to be able to? We certainly, the percentages are not in their favor. Already huge favorites from the onset were Maxi Arce and Franco Del Bianco, not just statistically, but also from a betting perspective. And we can see that they are powering through. True to form, 40 love is the score. They lead 2-1 up in the second set. And as wonderfully as Massimo Maldonado and Luciano Pupo have played, and particularly on their road to this final, it doesn't look very positive, and indeed it looks very ominous for their progress in this tournament. They are in the first semi-final ever, either as a partnership or by themselves at this level. Of course, Massimo Maldonado has been a finalist in 2 Fabrice Pastor Cups, won the 500 in Monaco in 2024 and the Fabrice Pastor 1000 in Buenos Aires as early as January in 2025 this year. Luciano Pupo, the best he's ever come to is a quarterfinal, 6 of them, but still just a quarterfinal. So this is a great achievement for these two, ranked 27 and 21 on the global tour ranking. They were unseeded to start with in this tournament, so they've really overdone themselves here. But it's reality time, and when you play the number 1 seeds in the tournament, things are going to be very, very tough. Love 15 is the scoreline. Arce lifting it high, trying to push Pupo back. There's Pupo with that bajada. Arce defends well. And this time it's Franco Del Bianco with a bandeja from the back of the court. And Maldonado trying to block at the net, can only go straight into the net itself. 15-all is the scoreline as Maldonado prepares to serve to Maxi Arce. That one left a little short. Maldonado is unable to finish. And Maxi Arce, Franco Del Bianco equal to the task defensively at the net. The finish isn't the one that should have been. And tries to get in behind with a change of pace. Tries to get in behind Franco Del Bianco. And Franco Del Bianco defends not once, but twice and forces the error out of Maldonado. Maldonado pushed back now. Del Bianco interjects. Looks for the corner. Change of direction from Arce. He can't believe what he just did. With a point at his mercy, goes straight into the glass. That's disappointing. Franco Del Bianco has built the point so nicely. You can see here. He's pushed everyone into their respective positions. Ball comes in the air. Maxi Arce goes for the big hit into the corner and just misguides it. 30 all is now the scoreline. Maxi Arce has called for a video review on that last point. The crowd is on their feet. They're clapping for both these teams, trying to create a momentum and some motivation for both teams. Crowd's been fantastic here in Cordoba. A full house, as we mentioned earlier. Also a full house yesterday, and a full house expected tomorrow for the finals. And in fact, even last week in Tucumán, full houses every single day. What an amazing crowd is the public, both in Tucumán and in Villa Maria in Cordoba. Really paddle enthusiasts of the highest order. Umpire as Ariel Garcia has dictated that it is the point does go the way of Maldonado and Pupo. So the score is 30 all. Maxi Arce changes direction. Franco Del Bianco with a rulo. Well defended Maldonado. The ball comes to the net and Pupo with a block straight into the net. 30-40. Another 2 breakpoint opportunities here for Arce and Del Bianco as Maldonado gets ready to serve to Del Bianco. Court marshal on court, trying to wipe out some wet patches off the glass there. Players perspiring profusely, and when they connect to the glass, they leave behind a wet patch. Not good for the ball. The ball slides down when it hits one of those patches. And the golden point goes the way of Maldonado and Pupo for the second time in this first set. Franco Del Bianco to receive. Still a break opportunity for Arce and Del Bianco. But Maldonado and Pupo will be relieved to have another chance, another crack at the cherry, so to say. Del Bianco goes for the finish once, twice, doesn't quite get it right. And this time he does get it right. The golden point goes the way of Arce and Del Bianco. And the scoreline goes to 4-1. Arce Del Bianco. We're going to listen to what the benches have to say. It's going to be quite interesting to hear. Particularly that of Fernando Muñoz.
Quiero que tratemos de lograr es pinchar un poquito más el globo e ir más. No nos quedemos más en defensa. Vamos a tirar las cartas. Estamos jugando mucho en defensa. Cuando nos queda la bola nosotros en ataque estamos haciendo así. Vamos a pegarle firme un pelotazo al medio del cuerpo. No toquemos más. Te sale siempre con perfil de revés porque sabe que le amagás ahí. Franco, te juega siempre acá. Metele una amague por el medio o metele firme a Maxi. O amagale por el medio, no le amagues más paralelo. Si él ya sabe que vas ahí, te sale siempre con perfil de revés. Seguile metiendo un viborazo a Maxi, si no. Y encerrarlo allá. Y después cerramos con la volea. ¿Vale? Ponemos...
En todos los cierres ellos siempre quedan así. Queda Nano cerca de la red y el galgo más atrás. Por eso tus globos rápidos cruzados entran. ¿Sí? A ver, son buenísimos, pero no son tan buenos como para que no lleguen. No llegan porque Franco está apuntado. ¿Sí? Entonces siempre hay tenemos una descarga.
Sí, igual están achicando los cruzados, digamos, el galo a mí cuando yo le juego la cruzada, él me achica.
Mucho menos que Nano. Sigamos encontrando una Sí.
We're back on court. Maxi Arce is serving to Massimo Maldonado. They are 4-1 up in the second set after having won the first set by 6 games to love. And coach Fernando Munoz is telling Luciano Pupo and Massimo Maldonado, you are defending too much. There's too much defense going on. I want to see you more aggressive. I want to see you right up there and banga, banga. What a point building up. Franco Del Bianco. A sniper in full flow here. Look at this amazing, incredible defense there from Maxi Arce. There's the big hit from Luciano Pupo and Franco Del Bianco. Up to the task. Banga, banga, puntaco. Out of court, into the ground. And then the commentator's curse kicks in and that volley goes straight into the back glass. 15 all. So Coach Fernando Munoz doesn't want to see this defense. He wants to see his players more aggressive. You have nothing to lose. The score is 4-1 in the second set. Have a go, he says to them. And the message from Gaston Alonso is, Maxi Arce, when you lob Franco Del Bianco, you need to move in rapidly and finish that point rapidly. So different approaches, and clearly the one is working better than the other, as Maxi Arce serves to Luciano Pupo. 30-15 up. Second set. 40-15 the score's just gone. 4-1 up. Second set after winning the first by 6 games to love. Almost an exercise game. The dominance has been in and certainly has been a masterclass in discipline from both Franco Del Bianco and Maxi Arce. Another unforced error. Luciano Pupo into the net off that backhand volley of Franco Del Bianco's, and the score is now 5 games to 1. Luciano Pupo will serve 1-5 down, love 6 down from the first set, and another break here, and they have been struggling to hold serve Maldonado and Pupo. A break is not off the cards, but another break here will lead to a game set and match situation. Alternatively, Maxi Arce will feel confident that when he comes out, he'll be able to, apologies, not Maxi Arce, but Franco Del Bianco will be able to serve out the game and the match. Time will tell. The score is 15 love. Arce against the glass, trying to force both Pupo and Maldonado back. On the parallel goes Pupo. Well played. And, this time Maldonado finds the gap. Both Del Bianco and Arce running towards the center of the court, exposing the left-hand side, and that's exactly where Maldonado went with the ball. The athleticism of Del Bianco and Arce managed to get them both back there, but just unable to, in the movement, to clip the ball back over the net. 30 love is the scoreline. Great finish there, Massimo Maldonado. Fantastic hard-based vibra after a gentle bandeja into the corner. And Maxi Arce not able to defend it at all. Excellent play there from Massimo Maldonado. 40 love. Luciano Pupo with the finish at the net. Been trying those all game. They've been going into the net. This time, he gets it into the ground and out of the court. And we're going to take a brief commercial break. When we come back, 5-2 will be the scoreline in the second set.
Qué buena bola ahí de Abu. Qué lindo punto, Oscar.
The crowd back on their seats. Anticipation of what could be the end of the second semi-final. Franco Del Bianco ball in hand, serving to Massimo Maldonado, 5-2 up, second set, after winning the first by 6 games to love. If you've just joined us, my name is Paulo Da Carmo. This is the second semi-final of the A1 Padel Cordoba Open here at Villa Maria in the province of Cordoba in Argentina. And the first semi-final played earlier today saw Aymar Goni and Tito Alemandi playing Martin Abud and Jose Solano. And Jose Solano and Martin Abud winning that 3-6, 6-2, 6-1, booking their place in the final tomorrow, 1900 local time. And here we have the second semi-final, an all-Argentinian affair. The number 1 seeds Maxi Arce and Franco Del Bianco playing the unseeded giant killers Massimo Maldonado and Luciano Pupo. 6-love in the first set, 5-2 in the second, 30-love now. And 30-15 it is, as Franco Del Bianco blocks that great return, great defensive shot there from Luciano Pupo straight into the net. 30-15. Down the tee he goes. Franco Del Bianco with a serve. Arce looks for the corner. There's the hook from 2 hook shots in a row there from Franco Del Bianco, trying to take the pace off. Couldn't quite get it. In fact, he doesn't get the volley at the net either, goes straight into it. 30 all is the scoreline. He looks to pierce that center line. He goes into the net instead. That backhand volley there, one of the trademarks of Franco Del Bianco. Probably his second most effective shot after his smash, and the crowd on their feet, clapping to a rhythm. It is 40-30. It is a game, set, and match point. 2 of them available here. Franco Del Bianco will serve to Luciano Pupo, his very good friend. Goes deep into the block hole. Pupo returns high. Del Bianco fakes the smash. Gets the double bounce, and it's game, set, and match. Maxi Arce, Franco Del Bianco, 6-love and 6-2. And what a valiant effort these 2 young men, Massimo Maldonado and Luciano Pupo, put up. Only 20 years of age and 23 years of age, both of them. Great friends off court, often trained together with Maxi Arce and Franco Del Bianco. But Franco Del Bianco and Maxi Arce put on a masterclass here. 6-love and 6-2, and the number 1 seeded team has shown why they are the number 1 seeded team, why they are the number 1 ranked team on the A1 Padel Global ranking. They booked themselves a spot in tomorrow's final where they will take on Martin Abud and Jose Solano in their second final of the year. And they'll be looking to get a different result to what their first final turned out with, but we'll take you through that tomorrow. As the players get together and commiserate, we're going to pretty soon go to our on-court reporter and announcer, Clara Navarro, who's going to be speaking to the winners. In the meantime, we have these images here of highlights. We can't wait for tomorrow, 1900 local time here at the Nuevo Salón de los Deportes de Villa Maria. And if not, you can just join us 1900 Cordoba time, which is 2200 in GMT time. And you can join us either on YouTube for the English or Spanish commentary or one of our participating media partners. There's the set summary on your screens. You can see there the total points: 19 winners versus 8. Surprisingly, more forced errors for Del Bianco and Arce than Maldonado and Pupo, 9-7. But you can see there the break points won 2 out of 5. Break points for Arce and Del Bianco. No break points won by the opposition, and 51 points won versus 23. As we were saying, you can join us either on the YouTube channel or in English or in Spanish. That is, if you look for the A1 Padel channel on YouTube, or you can go onto the www.a1padelglobal.com website, click on the streaming band, or through one of our many broadcast partners: Disney Plus, ESPN, DAZN, Mediaset España, TV Monaco, La Liga Plus, or Marca, whichever one is your
Bueno, Maxi Arti y Franco Del Bianco
supplier
estarán
of
mañana
media.
en
There's
la
Clara
final
Navarro
del
with the
Córdoba
winners.
Villa María Open. Maxi, grandísima victoria la vuestra. Sí que es verdad que a Nano y a Maxi los conocéis mucho, sois muy amigos los cuatro, pero al final es lo que decimos siempre, dentro de la pista son rivales.
Buenas noches. Sí, la verdad que es muy difícil, fue un partido muy duro porque, digamos, desde la mañana, en realidad todos los días compartimos desayuno, almuerzo, viajes, entrenamiento todos los días. Son muy amigos. La verdad que es realmente complicado mantener la concentración y entrar con esas, digamos, ganas de matar en cada pelota porque del otro lado hay amigos, pero esto es nuestro trabajo, para eso trabajamos, es todo con respeto y bueno, esta vez cayó de nosotros, pero esperamos verlo más seguido en esta instancia porque se lo merece. Son dos trabajadores incansables, los vemos día a día, así que bueno, a Fer, al Galgo y a Nano, mis respetos y nada. Por nuestra parte, súper felices de estar en la nueva final. Mérito del equipo, que no nos dejó caer cuando perdimos en Aguilar en la final, que fue muy duro, así que ahora vamos por una revancha, que tenemos muchas ganas. Y gracias al público por quedarse, por hacernos el aguante. La verdad que se vive una fiesta acá. Muchísimas gracias.
Franco, bien como dice Maxi, volvéis a estar en una final, os volvéis a ver las caras ante Solano y Abud, así que sabemos que mañana va a ser un espectáculo.
Bueno, sí, déjame felicitar primero a Galgo y Nanito. Compartimos mucho fuera de la cancha, los quiero un montón, a la familia también. Estoy muy contento por ello que hayan llegado a semi, tienen un potencial increíble y teníamos que jugar así para ganarles. Mañana final contra José y Martín, sabemos que va a ser durísimo, como todos los partidos nuestros, pero bueno, contento de estar en la final y nada, a descansar. Y quiero mandar un saludo a todo el equipo, a Gustavo que no me dejó caer nunca, a mi vieja. Nada, estoy muy contento.
Mira a toda la gente cómo se apoya.
Obviamente a toda la gente que está acá, que se acercó, las gradas llenas, eso nos motiva como jugador, como persona, así que muy contento. A toda mi familia, a mi novia que está allá, que vino a verme, esos eran los nervios de ayer. Así que nada, gracias por venir a los chicos y nada, ahora a descansar y pensar en mañana.
Pues gracias chicos, un aplauso para los ganadores y nos vemos mañana a las 7 para la gran final.
there you have it. Franco Del Bianco relieved, emotional even, that is trying to put right the disappointment of the Tucumán Open final. And there we have the road to the final on your screen. A combination of having 97 teams starting off here on the 6th of March. And now, 16th of March tomorrow, just 2 teams. And there can only be one winner. And it'll be such an exciting match. We can't wait. We can't wait to keep you company. And there is your match on your screen. My name is Paulo de Carma. I want to thank my production team back in the office and how wonderful they've been today to put all of this footage together to ensure that you love the spectacle that is the A1 Padel Global Tour. I'm going to leave you with these images and bid you good night, good afternoon, or good morning, wherever you are in the world. And I look forward to seeing you tomorrow for the final of the A1 Padel Global Tour, Cordoba Open here in Villa Maria in Argentina. Au revoir, adieu, good night, good day, ciao.